traveling through a game world. And I ended up as a blacksmith NPC. The sad thing is, other transmigrators either get special cheat powers, or come with powerful systems. But I have nothing at all. Luckily, since I'm an NPC, as long as I do what an NPC's supposed to do, I can earn experience and rewards. So I put on my wise sage face, ready to quietly level up. But then a player showed up. He thought I must have a hidden quest, and kept bugging me for one. So I just blurted out, "Go kill the county boss or something." I didn't expect that to trigger the system. The system actually gave this player a quest to kill the county boss. When he got the quest, he just froze in place. You gotta know, he's only level 1 now. And the county boss is a level 40 elite. That's basically suicide. So I quickly stopped him. Just in case he actually tried to kill the county boss. I'd probably be dragged down too. But just then, I found on my stat panel, suddenly appeared, a player-only origin talent. Furnace lets you fuse 2 materials. But since I'm a blacksmith, it turned into smelt. Now I can fuse any 2 weapons. To keep that player calm, I decided to fuse his weapons first. I asked for his wooden sword, then took a green iron sword from my shop, placed them both on the forge. Suddenly, a system message popped up in my head, prompting me to start fusion forging. I focused my mind, picked up the hammer and started knocking both swords. Sparks flew everywhere. And finally a brand new longsword sat quietly on the forge. Green iron sword, uncommon. Requires level 1, attack 5. Special 1, sharpened, better cutting. Armor pierce effect. Special 2, unbreakable. Looking at the fused attributes, I was pretty satisfied. And the player stared at the green iron sword, honestly drooling over it. Almost couldn't hold back his saliva. But there's no free lunch. Just as he reached for it, I said, 50 coins. 50 coins for a noob is almost all his money. That's nearly everything a newbie has. But this sword is crazy strong. His face turned blue then pale. He opened his inventory. There were only a few starter coppers. And some worthless junk. He bit his lip. Like he made a huge decision. Right in front of my brother. He dumped everything to the system shop. Even went to the off-game market. Bought coppers with credit points. After a bunch of clinking coins, he finally got to 50. He held those 50 coins in his hands. His hands shook as he gave them to me. I took the money without a word. And handed over the green iron sword. He gripped it tight. Still in disbelief. With this new weapon, he'd be unstoppable. So he happily left the shop. But he didn't go kill level 1 boars. He headed off somewhere else. I couldn't help but wonder. Is this guy about to do something dumb? But he wasn't heading toward the boss. So I just let him go. And studied my talent for a bit. Turns out, anything I fuse gets my origin mark. So if a player uses my weapons and kills monsters, I'm counted as a helper and get some reward shares. So in the future, if everyone uses my fused weapons, I'll be set for life. Soon, a player named Pig That Can Fly showed up at the level 5 dungeon. Blackwind Bandit Camp entrance. The place was packed. He started shouting, looking for party Blackwind Camp 1 of 4. Need more, hurry up. Start when full. People around sneered. Am I seeing this right? Level 1 at Blackwind Camp. What's this guy thinking? Bro, you're level 1, you can't do jack. Go back to killing things your own size. Check out his ID. Pig That Can Fly. I'd say it's more like Pig That Can Die. Haha, Pig That Can Fly. He wanted to crawl right into a hole. Then a clear female voice called out. You wanna team up? A player named Chinua Lioli. Her friend Shua has sneered. Lioli, you're too nice. Dragging a level 1 noob will slow us down. Just bring him along. Think of it as being helpful. Chinua Lioli kindly waved Pig That Can Fly over. Pig That Can Fly. Just stay behind us. And don't run off. Pig That Can Fly just pouted, said nothing. And followed into the dungeon. A level 5 bandit suddenly dashed in front. Shua had got her spear ready. But Pig That Can Fly screamed. And charged ahead first. Piggy charge. The green sword in his hand gleamed. A string of huge red numbers popped up. HP -88. HP -92. HP -85. The bandit vanished instantly without a sound. Meanwhile, I'm back forging at the shop. And suddenly a prompt popped up, origin mark activated. You helped kill a Blackwind bandit. Gained 7 XP and 15 coins. I couldn't help smiling. From the moment a player worked for me. Once I get more skills, players will pay big just to find me. Are these even players? Feels more like crops waiting to be harvested. I couldn't hold back a laugh. Meanwhile, the whole dungeon went dead silent. Is this a bug? WTF, he's gotta be cheating. Damn, nobody saw this coming. Pig that campfly's damage is insane. Elite monsters go down in 3 hits. The previous one. Shuaha. Stared at Pig that campfly in disbelief. Bro, are you a GM? Haha, I'm just a normal player. Pig that campfly. Just laughed it off. Killed another elite with 3 swings. Shuaha hesitated for a moment. Then quickly opened the game menu. Hello, GM? I want to report someone. There's a cheater in this dungeon. Staring at the report failed pop-up, she looked over. That guy killing elites in 3 swings. It ate at her. She walked over. Putting on a friendly face. Bro, you're full of surprises. Sorry for what I said earlier. With those moves. You must have some secret power. Pig that campfly just grinned mysteriously. Waved his finger, but said nothing. They quickly took down the level 5 elite boss. Right in front of the Blackwind village leader. Everyone, stay sharp. This boss has a berserk mode. Xingyu Yoli reminded softly. Shuaha got ready. Flying Pig rushed in like an arrow. Piggy's charge. A burst of damage exploded. Everyone hurried to follow. Just as the boss was about to go berserk, Flying Pig struck with his sword. And cleanly wiped out the boss's HP. Congrats, player. Xingyu Yoli, Shuaha, and Flying Pig cleared the dungeon. New dungeon record set in Blackwind village. Global chat blew up instantly. Teammates stared at Flying Pig like he was a monster. Eyes locked on Flying Pig. Damn, Pig bro. That was totally pro level. Shuaha exclaimed in awe. Even his molars were about to crack. But he still had to suck it up and praise. Hey, don't forget your bros when you make it big. Yeah, that was amazing. Pig bro, which guild are you in? Flying Pig. Just a level 2 newbie. Had never seen this kind of scene. He got a little carried away from the praise. Blushed a bit. No, I'm not the awesome one. It's mostly because of this weapon. He started to explain. But quickly shut up realizing his slip. But Shuaha and the rest were all pros. They instantly perked up. Weapon? Shuaha pressed. Where's it from? Just from that NPC at the Yunmeng County blacksmith. Couldn't resist everyone's sweet talk. Flying Pig spilled the beans. Shuaha laughed. Such a magical NPC? Pig bro, show us. Flying Pig replied, a bit shy. Alright, let's head back to Yunmeng County. Everyone teleported out of the dungeon. Level 2 newbie. Flying Pig felt totally out of place behind the crowd. He left quickly. But a few shady figures followed behind. Back at the blacksmith shop. I was focused on hammering a tube-shaped weapon. Flying Pig brought the group over. Flying Pig proudly introduced, Master. I brought some friends. They want to upgrade their weapons too. I stopped working. And scanned the group with deep eyes. Sure, I replied calmly. But for 2 of the weapons. You'll also need extra materials and a processing fee. 100 coins each time. Wait, 100 coins? Everyone gasped. But thinking of those insane stats. Shuaha spoke up first. No problem. He put a blue-grade sword and a long song staff on the table. I took them, bam bam. Hammered away. Blackwind broadsword. Fine quality, requires level 3 attack. 7 to 8 special sword effects, blade aura everywhere. Blackwind sweeping leaves. Chenping lockbreaker. The others saw this. And all pulled out their stuff. Coins clinked everywhere. Just then, 3 shady NPCs barged in. The leader was level 7 hoodlum Wang Wu. Boss Chen, we're strapped for cash. Lend us some. Flying Pig. Faces changed dramatically. But didn't dare approach because of the level difference. I kept my head down. And kept hammering. Wang Wu saw he was ignored. And reached for my collar. Hey, kid, I'm talking to you. The guards stepped in. Forging noises stopped suddenly. I picked up the pitch-black tube. And aimed it at Wang Wu. Bang! Flames shot out. A huge explosion shook the room. A hoodlum's shoulder burst open, blood everywhere. His HP nearly gone. He collapsed in defeat. The whole place was dead silent. Flying Pig trembled and checked the weapon info. Weapon, unnamed. Requires level 10, attack 75. This was a revolutionary weapon. Looking at the smoking barrel, Wang Wu's hair stood on end. He stammered. Sorry, Boss Chen, we messed up. Offended me? I sneered. With the dark barrel pointed at his head. Even though there were no bullets. Wang Wu was scared stiff. He pulled out a heavy coin pouch and put it on the counter. This is our gift to you. Those coins are borrowed from locals, right? I eyed him playfully. Yeah, take them back. Return to the owners. Wang Wu tried to take it back. I pressed the barrel down a bit. He shivered all over. The pouch dropped to the floor. Coins scattered everywhere. The NPCs who were bullied quickly stepped up to retrieve their goods. I turned to the players. They chatted wild in the channel. What's the master doing? Handing out money voluntarily. Hyping a new weapon. This plot is definitely my style. Wei Guangjing's character. I spoke calmly. Get out. Wang Wu ran out, rolling and crawling. Flying Pig stared at my gun in admiration, pretending to look curious. I felt weird being stared at, and asked, "What's your idea? Wanna give it a try?" I quickly added the gun to the item list. Item name, fragment rifle. Successfully listed. Try it out. Take it. Flying Pig took it, excited. Squinted to aim. Master, how do you aim this thing? Not enough materials. I didn't get to finish it. I replied casually. Flying Pig thought, half finished, but kept handling the gun. Bang! He got knocked back by the recoil, landing on his butt. The dummy in the distance was blown halfway apart. Let me try. Shuaha grabbed the gun. Firmly pulled the trigger. Shot 14 swords, power was insane. He turned and grinned. Master, you selling this gun? I saw him snatch the gun just now. So rude. And my face went dark. Sell 1 silver ingot to someone else. Kept helping them craft gear. Meanwhile, in the real game, a post titled Legendary Blacksmith NPC hit the forum hot topics. Level 2 player quick dungeon, holding a firearm and giving away cash persona. The details made players go crazy. Damn, others fight with swords, he uses guns. Heading to Yunmeng County as a group. I want to fuse weapons too. Next day, the blacksmith was packed. While I was grinding hard for XP, the system prompt popped up. Influence detected rising sharply. Upgrade to senior blacksmith? I made up my mind. Chose without hesitation. Yes, the interface faded. My title changed to Yunmeng County Blacksmith Master. Elite. Now I had blacksmith shop and staff management rights. I smiled slightly. Time to expand. Next day, after all the buzz at the shop, it was absolutely packed. Even players from far away clogged the streets completely. Faced with such frenzy, I didn't open the doors. Instead, I put up a sign. Due to heavy traffic lately, fusion service is limited to 100 people a month. The crowd fell silent. Flying Pig squeezed to the front. He muttered, "What does this mean?" Literally what it says. I said coldly. It means starting today. Weapon fusion is limited. Isn't fusion a blacksmith's job? Why is there a limit? I looked at him like he was an idiot. What nonsense are you saying? The shop's main business is forging and selling. Fusion is just a personal side service I offer. I paused and said firmly, I can't neglect my main job just for some side business. That is my foundation. This was, of course, hunger marketing. As expected, the players didn't leave. Instead, they felt my fusions were even more precious. With more imaginative weapons appearing, my funds and materials grew rapidly. The next day, Flying Pig carried a bulging bag and dropped it with a heavy thud. He smirked, pulled out a note, and read, Master, these are all for my brothers. Let me see. Fuse this long sword with this short sword. I knew exactly what he was doing. He and the Blood Alliance were using a loophole, limiting people, not fusions. They were doing proxy fusions. I didn't call him out. I took them and finished the job quickly. As he picked up his bag to leave, I said coldly to the next player, I've taken enough orders for today. The fusion service is closed. Come back tomorrow. The crowd outside exploded. But I ignored them, closed the window, and started making muskets with private materials. These are my core weapons. I only give them to those I trust. Meanwhile, through the countless items I'd fused, I had already set up a massive surveillance net in the county. At this moment, through the marks, I sensed the Blood Alliance whispering. Damn, they fix bugs way too fast. They patched it after just one person. Alright, stop complaining. Plan A is dead. Quick, think of Plan B. Yi Weiyang suggested with a cold glare. Monopolize the spots. Keep the outsiders out. Use this to solidify our local advantage. However, Flying Pig shook his head firmly. I disagree. Chen Ping is such a good NPC to us. I think he's very important. We can't backstab him. Just for some small profit. Yi Weiyang snorted and left the team. The next day, he brought men to the county office, blocked the whole street, and extorted the foreign players. Hey, outsiders. Got a permit? You want gear? Temporary permit. 50 coins to enter the city. Buy it or leave. This madness ignited the fury of the big guilds. Since the server opened, the first large-scale player war broke out right in front of my shop. 50 coins? Why don't you just rob us? I traveled 1,000 miles. Just for gear. Get lost. With Yi Weiyang leading the provocation, the scene spiraled out of control. Blades and skills exploded in the street. Locals kept coming back thanks to the respawn point. The NPC guards couldn't stop these maniacs. War spread through the city. Starry Glaze was sweating bullets. Her team couldn't move in the chaos. A light bulb went off, and she ditched her team to dive into the crowd. "Hey, you're a healer. Where are you going?" Flying Pig tried to grab her, but missed. I was leisurely sipping tea in the backyard. "Master." Starry Glaze ran in panting. Outside, a fight broke out. Over the fusion spots. Two groups are killing each other. I put down my teacup. My brown eyes showed no emotion. "Adventurers? Fighting?" "Yes, master. Please stop them. Something terrible will happen." I neither agreed nor refused. Instead, I asked calmly, "Even if I step in, do you think this conflict will end?" Seeing her speechless, I pointed her in a direction. "Why not go to the county office? Report them for street fighting and disturbing the peace." Starry Glaze was stunned. "But master, this started because of you." "Just because it started with me, must it end with me?" I chuckled. "What can I do? Add more spots? Or close the shop entirely? That only treats the symptoms." She was clearly confused, but seeing my calm indifference, she eventually chose to believe me. "The master has his reasons." She turned and left, heading to the county office to try and end the chaos. At the office, the guards were bruised. The captain rubbed his temples, helpless against these immortal adventurers. Just then, Starry Glaze rushed in, shouting for justice. "Sirs, thousands are fighting on South Street. The whole street is blocked. If this keeps up, people will die." Hearing they were adventurers, the guards hid behind the captain. The captain knew it was serious, and took the report to Magistrate Zhang. The magistrate was about 40, and very shrewd. He stared at the files, thinking, "So you're saying they're fighting over the Chen family shop? The one that humiliated Wang Wu?" "Exactly," the counselor added. "According to Wang Wu's confession, the blacksmith has weapons called firearms. They are incredibly powerful." Zhang's eyes narrowed. He didn't care about lives, but he wanted those new weapons. He tapped the word firearms heavily. "Counselor, go and mediate." The counselor understood. He led the soldiers to the shop. Seeing the authorities, the players stopped and scattered. The counselor entered with his head high, bowing to me as I sat calmly drinking tea. "Master Chen, hope you've been well. By order of the magistrate, I am here to mediate the dispute." I put down my cup, not even looking up. "Sir, you're being too polite. They're just guests we wish we had. They're just a bit impatient." The advisor wanted to accuse me, but I shut him down with one sentence. He kept a straight face and told me to calm the crowd. I just laughed. Did the advisor want me to close my shop? Or just stop doing business? To fix it, we need to get to the root. I pointed to my tiny shop. "I'm short on helpers. Can't serve all these adventurers." Of course they're upset. If the county office can help out, expand my place, and speed up the process, the conflict will disappear. The commoners thought, "Man, this guy really knows how to shift the problem." I saw him hesitate, so I threw out my trump card. I slammed the broken gun on the counter. I said to the officials, "If anyone can assist me, Chen, I will reward them well. What do you think of this, advisor?" He was desperate to find the secret of the firearms, and I just laid all my cards on the table. He said he'd report it right away. The county chief was thrilled when he heard. He approved the funds instantly. In just 2 days, my small shop was rebuilt into a huge complex, pretty much covering the whole street. The players' war fever immediately cooled down. Some marveled at the government's power. Some joked I was making Snowy the little fairy happy. And those following Flying Pig were even more confused about what I really am. They just couldn't figure me out. After the expansion was done, I went to the county office of my own accord. Zhang Detsai got straight to the point. "Master Chen, you're a genius. But I'm really curious about those firearms you have." I acted as if I'd just remembered. I took out the blueprints and handed them over. "Sir, I was just about to present you this treasure. It's called a fire lance. All the instructions are in the blueprints." Zhang Detsai was very pleased with my cooperation. He even sent a few craftsmen to my shop to learn. "Master Chen, I heard your smithy needs more apprentices." "That's right, sir. I heard Wang Wu and the others were jailed. I'd like to plead for them. Give them a second chance. I call this labor reform." Zhang Detsai just laughed. He waved his hand and handed over those ruffians to me. In the dungeon, Wang Wu thought he was about to be executed. He was so scared he wanted to cling to me. I was creeped out inside. I kicked him aside. After bringing them back to the smithy, I threw them by the ore pile. From now on, You're all labor convicts. Work hard. Try anything funny, and you'll see what this gun can do. Wang Wu saw me cleaning the gun. Got so scared he slapped one of his own guys. You wanna die? I don't wanna die, man. With county craftsmen and these laborers, I'm finally free from basic work. So I announced, all weapon crafting restrictions are lifted. The whole county went wild. The line outside was long but well organized. All I had to do was sit at the forge and let my workers handle all production and sales. Just like that, the chaos vanished. And my reputation reached a new high among all the players. Detection. Your strength has greatly increased. Advanced to elite blacksmith? I didn't hesitate, advanced successfully. Your title is now head of Yunmeng County Weapons Factory. Elite status unlocked exclusive dungeon rights. After some research, I found this new right lets me make sub-dungeons attached to big factions. A bolder plan formed in my mind. If players die in my dungeon, I get all their experience, gold, and equipment. And monsters who kill players, as my minions, get 50% void experience. Those laborers are now top workers of the county. I picked 5 modified guns with scopes and custom non-slip grip VIP versions. Then I took the guns and headed back to the county hall. Master Chen, you're a true national treasure. Zhang Dicai caressed the cool gun barrel, his small eyes full of greed. With this weapon, I can finally protect myself and help ease the chief's worries. It's an honor, sir. I bowed deeply, but laughed coldly on the inside. Then Zhang Dicai switched topics. Master Chen, you're far more than just this. I bet you're well versed in many things. The soldiers are all itching for new gear. His greed made me nervous, but I stayed calm and played along. Sir, you're funny. I just happened to find an old, damaged book and spent most of my life figuring this out. I've already shared everything I know. He just smiled. Then he offered me a position. An official post with no rank. I really needed some official backing, so I acted flattered. It's an honor I can't refuse. Back at the smithy, I locked myself away to make the dungeon. I picked the abandoned mine in the west outskirts. The air was full of sulfur. The place looked like flowing lava. A scorched dirt path led deep inside. I called it the Quenching Grounds. Dungeon named Quenching Grounds created. Level 15. Hell difficulty. I left my workshop, armed the reworked fire lances, and handed them to the sweaty laborers. From today on, besides smithing, you all have to practice shooting too. In the days that followed, the backyard echoed with gunshots, until the system finally confirmed they'd all reached firearms mastery level 1. Then I set them as dungeon mobs, and I became the final boss. The loot includes rare items for free gear crafting. Relying on Flying Pig and other regulars, I posted hidden quests. Soon, Quenching Grounds was a player hotspot. In God mode, I watched the first team try their luck. Blood Glory. Stay sharp, elite team. This is a level 15 dungeon. We have to clear it first. First kills leader, sword to the sky, led everyone into the cave with high spirits. As soon as they stepped onto the dirt, gunfire erupted from the shadows across the road. Bang, bang, bang. The armored tank in front had something pop up over his head. HP down 89. A big chunk of health is gone. Damn, what the hell is that? It's the musket sold by the Yunmeng County blacksmith. There's only a dirt path, skinny like a log bridge. Players became easy targets. Wang Wu and his crew were grinning on the other side. Let me hit you with Grandpa Wang Wu's musket. The elite squad braved the fire and rushed over the bridge. They dealt with a few weak melee thugs. Finally made it deep into the cave. I was sitting cross-legged, hammer striking the blazing red metal. Finally, it's the boss. Get ready to start the fight. The tank charged in fast. Man, can't even have a peaceful moment to forge. I sighed. 4 musket blasts at once spat fire at me, trying to overload me with attacks. Then there was a cold gunshot counterattack. The healer's HP bar instantly hit 0. Something popped up overhead. HP down 120, critical hit, bright red. Boss, we didn't fire those shots. Wait, he has a gun too. Now the fight exploded. I moved like a leopard. The hammer hits with insane power. Forced the tank to keep falling back. But the scary part is, during melee gaps, I could pull out a loaded musket like magic. Just pick out targets directly. Melee suppressed. Ranged picked off one by one. The elite squad couldn't fight back at all. Boss, can't hold much longer. This is not a level 15 dungeon difficulty. Sword pointed at the sky. Turned into a white flash. Disappeared after half a roar. This boss is cheating. System alerts blasted in my head. XP bar shot past 150k like a rocket. Here in the 9 heavens, XP is the universal currency. Besides leveling up, you use it to boost skills and blueprints. I stayed at level 15. Poured all my XP into exploring new features of the original forge. A few days ago, I found out even skills could be fused. I took my musket mastery and hammer break skills and put them into the forge. Used up a ton of XP. Successfully made gun repair. Back as an NPC. With enough skills, I can teach players. So I can trade for more gold and XP. While delivering silver notes to my buddies, I swept up half the Yunmeng NPC skills. Learned torture and execution from the Justice Department. Got weapon mastery from the armory. Even skills from the tavern lady and the medicine shop doc. Didn't get missed. Alright, let's start. Execution plus weapon mastery makes judgment break. Add quenching for flame break. Gun mastery plus weapon mastery makes firearms master. The moment I got firearms master, a flood of knowledge hit my head. Before, I just copied musket builds. Now, just a glance, I can see hundreds of ways to improve. I got an idea. Tried fusing musket blueprints with new skills. Got a new blueprint, rapid fire musket. Rapid fire musket needs level 15. 50 attack. It fires 5 shots in one go, totally next gen. But recoil is massive. I started building right away. With skills boosting me, the file and hammer rhythm sounded like music. Half a day later, the prototype was ready. Accuracy rivaled machine tools. Headed to the backyard to test. Announced 3 shots. Huge recoil almost numbed my right arm. I shook my hand. Realized the musket's entry bar was way too high. Players won't be able to handle it. Next few days, I refined 18 improved versions. Added shock absorbers. Lowered the entry to level 10. Now I've got the ammo to deal with the local government. I started enjoying my downtime. Each day, besides forging and crafting, just teaching lessons to Wang Wu and the lazy thugs from the Qinglong Smith crew. Boss, I messed up. I'll work harder now. Wang Wu was just about to brag to his buddies about roast steel tonight, when Zhongzhu got smacked on the head by me. I pointed to his forged weapon and explained. This blade's edge is too thin. Won't last. That one's too hard. Easily breaks, not tough enough. Try this out, boss. Got taught. He nodded so hard, but secretly grumbled. Forging's way harder than fighting. Dinner time. I led the guys into Drunken Immortal Inn. The charming Madame Lu greeted us with some thugs. Their eyes nearly stuck to her. Wang Wu knocked their hands away with his chopsticks. Sneaky toast to Boss Chen. Everyone raised their glasses. Wang Wu's face turned red, but couldn't come up with a toast. I simply smiled. Here's to you guys. Here's to your hard work lately. A heartfelt drink, down it goes. The crew was fully loyal. 3 rounds of drinks in. A few cursing players came down from upstairs. Damn, wild boars at Blackwind Mountain are juiced up. They're crazy fierce. Lich fish in Yunmeng Lake went up 10 times. Get in the water and you feed fish. I felt a chill. Beasts rioting together. Looks just like the start of a damp disaster. Past the county office. Sure enough, saw a government post cleaning up runaway. Beast bounties. Things are worse than I thought. Players can respawn. But if I get buried as an NPC, that's it for me. Back at the smithy, Wang Wu and the guys burped and went to bed. I sat alone in the smithy. Looking serious. Damage isn't enough. With endless monsters, I need control and wide area damage. How does a blacksmith do that? I stared at the panel for control. My eyes set on pharmacology basics. Crisis sparks inspiration. I instantly fired up the original forge. Fused pharmacology with bullet recipe. Got paralysis ammo. Poison ammo recipe. I muttered softly. Eyes shining. I hurried to the medicine shop. Scanned every ingredient on the recipe. Apprentice Lin Xiaoyao was guarding a pile of deadly herbs, holding Mafe powder with a weird look. Chen bro, who are you planning to poison? Poison? I flicked his head. Tossed a candy over. Read less martial novels. Eat more sweets. Keep your mouth sweet. Who reads those? I'm reading immortal stories. Didn't bother with his defense. Grabbed the ingredients and left. Started work fast. Paralysis ammo. 80% chance, 3 seconds paralyzed. Poison ammo. 80% chance, level 1 poisoning. Split half into a bag. Waited till the smithy opened. Pig that can fly showed up on time. Delivered yesterday's gathered materials. I took them and handed over the bag. This is my latest research. Go try it out. Pig that can fly was thrilled. Looks like he thinks he's hit the big leagues of chain quests. Soon, a huge boom deep in Blackwind Mountain. The furious steel boar king, as big as a car, charged with a roar. Thanks to the flying pig squad's tanks, they all got knocked away, shields and all, almost wiped. Quick, use what the master gave you. Blood in Qing's veins were bulging. The flying pig, hands trembling, loaded the special ammo. He aimed straight at the Boar King's blazing red eyes. Not knowing what it'd do. His palms were drenched in cold sweat. Bang! The shot rang out. The unstoppable Boar King suddenly froze. Like someone hit pause. He couldn't move at all. Flying Pig screamed like crazy. 3 seconds passed. And another shot. Bang! The Boar King was stunned again. Bang! A third shot followed up. A level 15 elite boss was straight up CC'd to death. With a reluctant howl, he crashed to the ground. Damn, blood and Jing's jaws nearly hit the floor. A few minutes later, the official forum exploded. 3-second hard CC mystery ammo made the elite boss stand there and take a beating. Instantly trending. Players went nuts. No way, this is definitely Master Chen's handiwork from Yunmeng County. I'll buy it, no matter the price. Inside the Songlong Pavilion, the Cross-City Big Guild leader Long Zhanyu was tapping the table. A green flash in his eyes. Send someone to Yunmeng County. Monopolize that ammo, whatever it takes. The next day, the county's Yamen officers knocked on my door. Master Chen, Magistrate Zhang wants to see you. I slipped them some copper coins to get a hint. The officers took the money, but just shook their heads. Out back, Zhang Dicai's face was so dark it looked like rain. On his table lay a golden urgent message from the capital. Master Chen, the situation in Yunmeng County is critical. His Highness gave a deadly order. If this isn't settled in a month, I'll lose my official hat. That old fox is definitely here to bleed me dry. I acted like I was troubled. Your Honor, I've been working on some special ammo lately. Honestly, it was just theory at first. And I barely managed to make a little bit, even with a ton of money. Still, I painfully pulled out a small bag. Suddenly a clerk rushed in, out of breath. Sir, an adventurer. Used Chenping's ammo. And literally whittled an elite lord to death. Zhang Dicai stared at me. Like grabbing a lifeline. Master Chen, the county needs that ammo. I tossed out some bait. Your Honor, it's not mass-produced yet. If the Yamen provides the materials, I can rush the order for you. Also, I have one request. I need the abandoned Blackstone mine out west. Zhang Dicai hesitated, gritting his teeth. But compared to his official post, a mine means nothing. Fine, you want the mine. I'll give you the mine. Back at the smithy, I broke down the process for Wang Wu's Qinglong Forge team. Boss, this batch of intestines stinks so bad. It's worse than an unflushed toilet for 2 weeks. A little brother complained, pinching his nose. Wang Wu slapped him. Cut it out. Brother Chen said. Knowledge changes fate. Now get to work. The core assembly. I finished personally, inside the crystal chamber with the primordial furnace. Production instantly shot up. After delivering the county's order the next day, the smithy started selling the new ammo. 50 copper a shot. Limit 5 per person. That's daylight robbery. But players lined up anyway. Master, I'll pay triple. Just give me 5 more rounds. I pointed at the sign with a blank face. No bargaining. Limited supply. Ask again and you're dead. Just then, a young lady rushed in. She wore a faded sky blue RU skirt. Eyes rimmed red. It was the tofu beauty, Bai Ling. Brother Chen, please help Xiaoyao. I put my hand on her shoulder. Slow down, Lin Xiaoyao was after that spiky head, right? Bai Ling choked up. 2 days ago, Xiaoyao went to Blackwind Mountains west to gather herbs. He hasn't come back. The Yamen only found a shredded robe. They say Xiaoyao's dead. But Bai Ling insists he's alive. Players around us quickly crowded in. Sniffing side quest vibes. I paused for a moment. Look, you said it yourself. It's just your guess. If he doesn't make it back, where would we even look? He has to be alive. Bai Ling's legs gave out. Kneeling on the ground. Tears rolled down her cheeks like beads. Her red nose and eyes were heartbreaking. I finally sighed. Helped her up, my face turning cold again. I don't owe you anything, so I don't have to risk my neck for your guess. But she just sobbed. Still, I changed my tone. That kid owes me 3 taels of silver. I'm just collecting my debt. Business as usual for the smithy. Bai Ling froze. Then broke into tears and laughter, throwing herself into my arms. I awkwardly nudged her off. Then looked at Flying Pig and Shuehe, their eyes gleaming like light bulbs. Flying Pig and Shuehe. Master, you're heading out? Flying Pig came right over. Yeah, debt collection. I replied casually. Need a few heroes to block blades for you? My sidekick instantly got it. And whipped up a disaster investigation questline for them. Sent it over. Of course I want in. Shuehe, hidden quest, awesome. Flying Pig was waving his hands, super excited. Bai Ling looked totally confused at these bouncy adventurers. Feeling lost. I patted her head. Don't worry, they're just passionate. Half an hour later, we met at the West City Gate and headed straight west, toward Blackwind Mountain. Once a hotspot for bandits. Now the air was eerily dead. The smell of blood lingered. The dungeon entrance was actually closed. Lioli frowned. I searched for a bit and figured the disaster hit here too. Lioli found a blood-soaked silk handkerchief on a log. Bai Ling saw it and collapsed instantly. She'd embroidered that for Xiaoyao herself. Keeping calm, I used my skills. Trace and clue collection. Faint golden traces showed up in my vision. Messy footprints, blood, and a drag mark heading deep into the mountains. Follow me, I led the group tracking ahead. Strangely quiet the whole way. Didn't even run into a single beast. Not until we got deep inside did I stop at the cave entrance. The stench was overwhelming. Master, did you clear out all the beasts on the way? Lioli was panting. Didn't touch a single one. I shook my head. Where did all the Blackwind Mountain beasts go? This is way too creepy. The clues head inside. Let's go deeper into the cave. Lioli and Bai Ling both went pale from the stink. A flying pig stepped on and cracked a piece of, bumping into a skeleton. Lioli screamed in terror. I picked up a bone fragment to inspect it. The tendons weren't fully dried. Fresh blood was inside. Lioli fought nausea and shouted. Rushed deeper into the cave. Suddenly, we spotted a bloody figure. Curled up in the corner. Xiaoyao Balan screamed and lunged forward. Lin Xiaoyao was weak, barely breathing. The wound was so deep the bones showed. Even maggots had grown. He took a sip of water. Slowly came to. So, what's going on? I asked about what had happened. Xiaoyao's pupils shrank to needle points. Daming became completely crazed. Couldn't speak coherently. Southern border black-robed men. Evil ritual, I saw him. Master, someone is coming. The gatekeeper. Itua, the flying pig, and Shueha alerted sharply. I just turned around. A chill, fragrant wind swept in. A white-haired, black-cloaked person. A curvy woman appeared before me like a ghost. Ma'am, who are you? Itua the flying pig broke the silence with a snarky comment. The woman flickered. Clearly stunned. She leaned close to my ear. Her breath smelled sweet. You carry a godly scent. Who exactly are you? Stop speaking in riddles. I replied calmly. Her jade-white fingers touched my chest. But she froze instantly. I had hidden a broken hairpin behind me. Pressed it hard against her jaw. Hands up. Don't use that thing to threaten. So rough. The white-haired lady slowly raised her hands. With a gun pressed to her chin. She showed no fear. Instead, she smiled slyly. Without a word. I pulled down her hood. Revealing a stunning young face. Soul-stealing peach blossom eyes. With a childish look around age 13 or 14. Her face should have been innocent. But her skin was pale as paper. Her lips red as blood. Strangely seductive. I composed myself. Lowered my gun. You're a prisoner now. No right for manners. I ask, you answer. The girl's voice was soft and seductive. She slowly folded her hands in the air. Fingertips stiff. Looks like you want a bullet. My finger tightened on the trigger. Killer intent locked on her. The next moment. A snap and gunshot exploded together. The bullet whistled out. But sparked half a meter in front of her. Like it hit an invisible wall. What the hell just happened? Itua the flying pig. And Shueha's eyes nearly popped out. My sharp mind saw through it. Just as she snapped her fingers. Countless dark green bugs swarmed together. Devoured the bullet completely. Southern border goo magic. I said coldly. No wonder the beasts were acting wild lately. Performing rituals right under the court's nose. You have big plans. The girl smiled with her eyes and lips. Her voice was chilling, like silver bells. Smart, aren't you? The god of war will descend. Even the flags and divine books will become his fuel. And you all make the best offerings. Before she finished speaking, she suddenly ripped her hands forward. Countless hair-thin poison needles shot at my forehead. Cornered, she lashed out. I rushed forward instead of retreating. Threw out a special ceramic jar. The jar shattered. A sharp, yellow smoke suddenly fills the air. That's my potent paralysis concoction, made on the spot. A mix of poison smoke darts and his protective bugs. They start stumbling like drunk flies. Dropping to the ground in waves. What the heck is this? The girl looks shocked for the first time. Those bugs are strange. But they're pretty fragile. I pull out my new rapid-fire gun. I don't aim at him. But point it at the weak cave ceiling. Activate explosive shot. Bang bang. 3 loud blasts. Huge rocks collapse. Dust instantly swallows up the white-haired girl. You can't escape. You carry the scent of the gods. We'll meet again someday. His shrill voice echoes amid the collapse. Run, it's coming down. I shout loudly. leading everyone out, tumbling and scrambling from the cave. After we finally see daylight, a flying pig is trailing behind, staring at my smoking rapid-fire gun, drooling nonstop. Master, will you sell this treasure? Not for sale, I shake my head. The recoil's way too strong for players at this stage. Thinking about how I could sell it for a fortune. Lin Xiaoyao, who was being supported, suddenly screams. My expression turns serious. Spotting something rushing under his skin, I press my fingers together and jab into his rolling wound. Grabbing suddenly, I pull out half of a dark, branchy worm body. Lin Xiaoyao throws up black blood on the spot. Bai Ling screams out loud. That's the forget worm. Within 3 days, it'll turn him into a mindless zombie. He flips open his ancestral herb manual, voice trembling. The cure needs dragon saliva grass. But the medicine hall's out of stock. Warehouse was wiped. Even a bug's meal needs the veggies chopped first, huh? The flying pig jokes around. I kick him away. Head back to town, just reaching the city gate. A bloody, pungent smell hits me. Blood stains still fresh on the wall. Wounded soldiers everywhere. The city chief acts like I've just saved his life. Master Chen, 2 hours ago, the enemy attacked. The county magistrate's looking for you. They retreated just half an hour ago. I frown to confirm. Yeah, it's suspiciously clean. Yulioli is muttering in the channel, half an hour ago. Wasn't that when the master shot and buried that female demon? I act deep, hinting the controller is badly wounded. The enemy naturally fell back to protect their guardian. Looks like he's the real culprit. The other players look at me with even more admiration. I quickly issue a chain quest. You guys escort Miss Bai and Lin Xiaoyao to Rinxin Hall. Find dragon saliva grass. Keep witnesses safe. Only then can we uncover the truth. Disaster investigation complete. Experience plus 5,000. Chain quest triggered. Protect Bai Ling. Heal Xiaoyao. Everyone gets their reward and levels up. Excited, carrying folks into the city. I follow the constable straight to the county office back hall. Just step inside. A jobless civilian runs up with a big grin. Master Chen. Glad you're finally here. Sir has been waiting ages. Seeing his meek manner, compared to last time, he's really humbled now. I crack a smile. Laugh softly. No worries, advisor. I actually have urgent news to report to the sir. Let's hurry inside. Zhang Detsai looks completely wrecked in the back hall. His official hat is askew. Eyes bloodshot. When he spots me, fire suddenly burns in his gloomy eyes. Master Chen. That rapid-fire gun is truly a national treasure. He grabs me and starts chatting non-stop. Raves about the gun's role in the defense battle. Its help against the invaders. When he finally catches a breath, I calmly salute, Sir. It's an honor for my gun to contribute. But before taking credit, I have something to report. I step forward. Lower my voice, carefully, Sir. This crisis wasn't a natural disaster. It was man-made. The ancient corpses of Nanjiang manipulated beasts. And they're aiming big. Probably more than just Meng County. Maybe the whole nation. Crash. Zhang Detsai's teacup smashes to pieces. His face changed instantly. Realizing this huge achievement could secure his official hat. Overjoyed, Special Envoy Chen. From today on, you're this county's disaster envoy. You have full authority within Yunmeng. He has someone bring out a totally black block. Heavy, solid iron. Personally gives it to me. Career. The civilian nearby almost pops his eyes out. Sir, that's the Tianhing seal. The Tianhing seal feels icy cold in my hand. It's a real magical artifact. Zhang Detsai warns me. If anything happens, power it with your life force. Use the seal to call down heavenly law to clear evil. I secretly curse. This old fox gave me a thing that could kill me. Just going with the flow. All I can do is smile politely. Since you've said so, I gratefully accept then. Back at the forge, I purposely flash the Tianhing seal, showing it off to Wang Wu and the others. These guys are desperate to survive. Suddenly throwing compliments left and right. Chen bro, you're awesome. Like the god of literature come down. Or the martial god reborn. Their praise makes me blush. Wave my hand, that's enough. After work, at Drunken Immortal Tavern, I treat everyone, then tell them to get back to work. Just settling in. The flying pig bursts in, slamming the door open. Looking miserable. Master, help. The boss at Rinxin Hall said. Dragon saliva grass is restricted. Even the county magistrate can't get it. So cocky, I raise an eyebrow. Dragon saliva grass is life or death for Lin Xiaoyao. And key to the ancient corpse clues. I have to go myself. Arriving at Rinxin Hall. Facing the arrogant boss who's fiddling with his abacus. Not even looking up. I slap the Tianhing seal on the counter. I'm the disaster envoy. Here to take dragon saliva grass by order. Boss sneers, unimpressed. Big authority for a special envoy. Dragon saliva grass is not for sale. Please leave. What if I insist on taking it today? I ask coldly. Then you'll have to ask my old bones for permission. A raspy voice comes from the shadows. A hunchbacked elder steps out with a dragon head cane. I don't back down at all. This concerns national fate. If you insist on blocking me, you're up against the entire nation. Before I finish, the elder vanishes suddenly. I instinctively draw my short gun. A loud clang shakes my eardrums. The elder is right in front of me in a blink. His cane pinning my gun. In a flash, he snatches my firearm, retreats to the shadows to inspect it. Flying Pig is gobsmacked, thinking two masters are clashing. I don't rush to get it back. The old man studied it for a moment. Suddenly, he spoke up angrily. Kid, this spear belongs to me now. How about I give you a herb? Sure, I calmly accepted the offer. The old man nodded, satisfied. For the country and the people. Giving him the herb is no big deal. After getting the dragon's saliva herb, I returned to the backyard of the herbal shop. Lin Xiaoyao was running around like crazy. I flicked my finger. The dragon's saliva herb landed perfectly in Bai Ling's arms. Go make the medicine now. Bai Ling immediately started the fire to cook the herbs. A bowl of thick, bitter black medicine was forced down. Lin Xiaoyao's body convulsed violently. I quickly pulled out a flying pig part. Following the strange spot exposed along his spine. Sword in hand, I struck. Blood sprayed everywhere. A scary worm twisted inside the wound. I reached in and pulled. Rip. The centipede-like insect was brutally torn apart by me. Just before it could crawl back into the flesh. I swiftly grabbed the medicine bottle and sealed it inside. Lin Xiaoyao suddenly vomited black blood. Slowly opened his eyes. Still full of confusion and dreams. When Bai Ling hugged Lin Xiaoyao, his unfocused pupils started to gather. In a hoarse voice, Linger. I feel like I had a super long dream. I carefully put away the bottle with the forget-worry medicine. I stepped forward to ask. Was your nightmare related to Blackwind Mountain? Yeah, I dreamed the mountain was full of red eyes. Lin Xiaoyao looked scared like he barely survived. And I kept hearing voices in my head. They talked about the spirit god. Wild beasts and red eyes. Mind control, spirit god. Looks like this cult is the source of it all. I stroked my chin, sketching out the outline of a conspiracy. Lioli finished recording the video next to me. This segment has been organized. Players from other regions got disaster reports too. But only Yunmeng County triggered the event. Probably because it's closer to Nanjiang. As I was thinking, someone gently poked me. Uncle Chen, thank you so much this time. Bai Lin wiped her tears. Carefully handed over an oil-wrapped, yellowed ancient book. This is our family book, 100 Herbs Cure. Please, you must take it. I didn't refuse. Since the book has clues about the hidden recipe. I took the book and put it away. Bai Ling stayed to look after Xiaoyao at the shop. Players logged off one by one. I went back to the blacksmith shop. Opened the book pages by lamplight. System notification, you're reading 100 Herbs Cure. Progress, 11%. Pharmacology skill upgraded from level 1 to level 2. At the same time, the game forum exploded. Relying on Flying Pig. Uploaded a video of Dr. Chen Ping violently removing the parasite. Title was super flashy. Top tier NPC rips out parasite live. Sensitive viewers stay away. Players chatted non-stop. Is there anything this blacksmith can't do? Smith, inventor, doctor. I seriously suspect he's the main character this patch. Everything revolves around him. Since we're right between Central State and Nanjiang. Even players struggling with parasites in Nanjiang. All came to the forum grateful. My name once again went viral. Inside the blacksmith shop. I'd finished 100 Herbs Cure 100%. Congratulations, you've mastered 100 Herbs Cure. Pharmacology skill upgraded to pharmacology proficiency. A flood of new knowledge filled my mind. The book records extensively. How to craft and counter parasites. Some herbs are even parasites themselves. I decided to use this new info. To make specialized bullets. Do you want to spend 500 XP? Merge pharmacology proficiency with ammo recipes? Confirm? Congrats, you got enhanced paralyzing poison ammo. Not just an upgrade, but a total fusion. The original poison ammo was less practical than control. I just listed it in the shop. And slapped a ridiculous price on it. Made it an urban legend. To troll other players. Meanwhile, a gloomy figure crept to the factory entrance. It was Nightfall, who had been off the radar for a while. He wanted to quietly buy some paralyzing bullets. But froze while scrolling the list. Poison ammo recipe, adds a 15-second poison effect. Price, 5 silver coins, 1000 XP. Nightfall's heart was racing. No one had ever mass-produced this stuff before. He hit the buy button, hands shaking. Then blended right into the crowd. Once I stockpile materials and dominate the market, I'll be the only arms dealer. Everybody on the server will beg me. He raced to the herbal shop, feeling like his era was coming. At the city gate, another pair of well-equipped players broke the silence. Leader, Songlong Guild's vice president, Dragon Blood. Even with the previous incident front and center, these top guilds are still dead set on monopolizing all my firearms. Their team traveled a long way, arrived at Yunmeng County and went straight to rent a room at Drunken Immortal Inn. Saved their respawn point. Dragon Blood was too cautious to check the damp outdoors. He ordered a huge table full of food and drink, happily using guild funds, fully enjoying the sensory simulation. After a few drinks, he overheard the next table boasting loudly. Couldn't help showing off. Listen up. That blacksmith Chenping's limited poison ammo. I've already figured out the recipe. Inside the inn, Nightfall bragged with his chin up. He basically ground out over 1,000 bullets, risking liver failure. Day and night, non-stop. Worried poison bullets. Dragonblood held his bowl and chopsticks, looking like an ordinary guy, but his eyes flashed with gold. He cleared his throat. Hey, bro. You say you can make poison ammo? Yeah, so what? Just as he saw the Songlong Guild vice president badge above his head, Nightfall switched to a bootlicking smile. Pulled out a box of ammo from his safe. So you're Vice President Dragonblood. Just a little gift for you. Dragonblood picked up a bullet. Studied it for a bit. Smiling, so, brother Yi. This pure damage ammo. 1,000 bullets isn't enough for our elite team. You're outmatched solo. Why not sell the recipe? Yi Nightfall shook his head like crazy. It's his ticket to success. Since you won't sell. Dragonblood changed his tone. Offered a deal, you supply tech. Songlong supplies cash. Materials, profits, 70% yours, 30% ours. How about that? Nightfall was so excited he nearly jumped. Never expected such generosity. Dragonblood secretly sneered. Once you're in, both you and your recipe will belong to the guild eventually. Sounds good, sounds good. Two foxes toasted each other. Grinned, each with their own agenda. Soon, chaos swept through Yunmeng County. What the heck has been going on these past couple days? All the NPC shops are out of herbs. Wild herbs have totally disappeared. The shelves are cleaner than my face. Songlong Pavilion is rolling in cash. Just one elite squad stirred up the whole supply line. Materials are pouring into Night Eternal's little smithy non-stop. He's been stuck up front, crafting for 3 days straight. He's basically lost 3 limbs from exhaustion. Boss, seriously, that's enough. Stop buying already. Night Eternal's clinging to Songlong Pavilion's elites, begging them. But they just look cold and indifferent. Brother Yi, if you have time to complain, might as well work some more overtime. Pushed to the edge, Night Eternal finally gritted his teeth. I'll share the recipe. Give it to your people. Can we all just craft it together, okay? Dragonblood Boiling gets word of their victory. He swirls his wine glass at Drunken Immortal Tavern. You gotta admit, that's a solid move, right? If you won't sell your recipe, we'll grind you till you beg for mercy. Alright, time to start advertising. Let's hype this up to the moon. Soon the broadcast channel is full of flashy, golden announcements. Songlong Pavilion unveils their brand new poison rounds. Ammo, exclusively developed. One shot, one kill. Paid promoters are spamming everywhere. Out-of-town players are getting super hyped. Even Scruffy's popularity doubled by association. But in Yunmeng County's local channel, the vibe is totally off. Songlong Pavilion just got internet access in their village, huh? Isn't this recipe in Chenping's shop? For 5 silver a pop? Just 1 silver for a shot. Anyone who buys it is an idiot. It's only a few cents to make one yourself. They're taxing outsiders for their stupidity. Support Songlong Pavilions, save the country by the back door strategy. Dragonblood Boiling is glued to the forums, waiting for the whole server to worship them. But when he flips to the Yunmeng County board, his smile freezes. A chill instantly washes over his heart. Meanwhile, back at the smithy, I'm yawning, casually putting out some new enhanced paralysis and poison ammo for sale. Let's see what the players think. I just put it up like it's nothing, but it's like pouring hot oil on a blazing fire. Every player in Yunmeng County totally explodes. Night Eternal's hands are shaking. Just can't believe it. So that poison ammo recipe isn't unique at all. He treasured that thing. Bet everything on what he thought was a one-of-a-kind find. But it turns out it's actually junk nobody else wanted. Suddenly, a new product with a weird purple glow slaps him right in the face. Enhanced poison paralysis ammo. Purple quality. 20 seconds of poison with 5 seconds of extra paralysis. Sells for 10 silver a shot. Or 1 ingot per batch. Double the damage. Way more control now. Players passing by all gasp. Its only flaw is, it's expensive. A buddy nearby sighs. When the only flaw to a product is the price, that's probably your real problem. Those words stab Knight Eternal right in the heart. All his week's hard-earned savings are now a huge joke. And over at Drunken Immortal Tavern, dragon blood boiling. Looks downright scary with rage. All that money and effort on ads just became the backdrop for Chenping's new product. Tons of players see the comparison on the forums and instantly switch sides without a second thought. Go get that Knight Eternal and bring him to me. Knight Eternal stands like a zombie in front of the smithy and gets dragged back to a private room. Dragon blood boiling grabs him by the collar, looking like he could eat him alive. This is the exclusive recipe you bragged about? Didn't you see there was a purchase limit? Dragon blood boiling slams him to the ground suddenly. Blade drawn. A flash of cold steel. Knight Eternal, already broken, gets killed on the spot. Now in black and white mode, Knight Eternal hears dragon blood boiling roar like a trapped beast. Server-wide bounty. Kill him till he's back to level 0. Meanwhile, the biggest winner. I'm chilling in my new rocking chair at the smithy. Swinging my legs, totally relaxed. Reputation progress adjusted. Insane elite surge up to 15.01%. Once it maxes out. I'm an epic NPC. One step closer to being the real dungeon boss. If you want to explore the wilds, you need a sharp mind. Still gotta polish it more. I shift my focus. The fire actually started. Just pour a ladle of boiling oil. I put up a flashy wooden sign. New service, weapon enhance +1 to +3. Cheap rates for +4 to +6. Your own risk for +7 to +9. No compensation if it breaks. Damn, the enhancement pit is open. Players start buzzing. Their DNA level fear of breaking freezes them. Right in that silence. Crowd splits up. Top spender Qian Tongshan arrives with bodyguards. He slaps an epic weapon dripping purple lightning. Right on the counter. Looking proud. Boss, bring me a drink. Money and materials aren't an issue. Burning cash like paper stuns everyone. I look up at him. Of course, confirmed. He tosses a heavy bag of gold. His materials pile up like a mountain. I grab the purple lightning weapon. Walk to the forge. Raise the hammer, strike down. Clang clang clang. My moves are smooth and fast. So quick, there's only shadows. White flashes keep sparking. +1, +3, +5. Congrats, purple lightning hit +6. The crowd erupts in surprise. Now the spear is purple quality. Crackling arcs all over. Qian Tongshan gets serious. His face grows intense. Critical +7 coming up. When the forge blazes bright gold. The purple lightning fades away. Replaced by a noble golden glow. Whoa, +7, gold trim. I keep a straight face. Raise the hammer again. The +8 gold shines even brighter. Everyone holds their breath. Heart races up to their throat. Final hit. Will it become the best weapon? Or explode to dust? Boom. The last hammer falls. No sound from the strike. Just thunder shaking the skies. A golden bolt shoots straight down. Like a divine dragon tearing clouds. Filling the spear. Earth and sky react. System announcement. Congrats to player Qian Tongshan, assisted by NPC Chenping. Successfully enhanced purple lightning to +9. That's a legendary +9 in hand. Artifact evolved 3 times. The powerful announcement echoes in-game. Chenping, Qian Tongshan, purple lightning. These names got burned into everyone's minds. Qian Tongshan is overjoyed, trembling. I casually hand back the gold lightning spear. Stay calm, keep your +9 safe. He eagerly checks stats. Golden quality. And an overbearing passive skill added. Purple lightning power. All attributes +15%. He instantly pace-spams the world chat. Drives the whole server wild. I smirk slightly. Good, everyone, come get upgrades. In my eyes, they're not just players. They're endless fields of chives ready to harvest. Qian Tongshan's miracle wasn't fate. It's thanks to my innate talent, primordial honor. When forging, I can trade XP and mats. Boost the success rate. This week, Yunmeng County is packed like Chinese New Year travel. In is full. Even the beast wave outside the city can't keep up with the player slaughter. Only the Songlong Pavilion at Drunken Immortal Inn feels icy cold. Dragon blood boiling. All eyes on the forum. Bloodshot from staring. Facing guild doubt and enemy mockery. His gambler frenzy ignites completely. Pantheon brewed fake wine. Let's make one too. He shouts. Grab the rage dragon fong from storage. Soon elite Songlong Pavilion members forcefully push through the crowd. Dragon blood boiling. Rush fiercely to the counter. Clang. A legendary sword glowing with lava morning light. Slammed onto the table. Give me upgrades and drinks too. Everyone holds their breath together. X5, charge up. They're going all out. Songlong Pavilion even starts a server-wide live stream. Witness this miracle before 100k viewers. I take the cash and start. Clang clang, upgrade lights gleam. Shining bright after spending mountain of materials. The sword made it to home base, close call. Its dragon head handle looks alive. Overwhelming aura. Chat explodes in the live stream. Songlong Pavilion members' faces flush red. Dragon blood boiling. Eyes fierce red. Breathing fast. He pushes all final chips on the table. Keep the upgrades coming. I raise the hammer high. Time freezes for a second. Dragon blood boiling. Almost sees the divine dragon descending. Hammer drops. No golden light at all. Just a crisp snap, thunder in the silence. Crack. Morning light goes dark instantly. Turns into ashes. System, Rage Dragon Fong failed at +8. Broken, after dead silence you can hear it drop. Followed by tsunami waves of ridicule, both live chat and in person. Ha ha ha. Streamer, where'd your big weapon go? Thanks Dragon Blood VP for the best comedy of the year. Dragon Blood stands frozen. Pale as paper. I scratch my head. A bit confused too. Had a 97% success rate, seriously. Still broke? Hey, you want these rare materials back? I point to the fragments on the floor. He opens his mouth. Doesn't say a word. Then blacks out. System flags him as overly emotional. Force boots him offline. Songlong Pavilion rep totally collapses. Now the laughingstock of the server. I quietly grab the broom. Under everyone's gaze. Sweep the legendary fragments up. And stash them in my own warehouse. Gain true dragon blood, ancient dragon soul, flame dragon stardust. This run is a win, even with tears. My rep jumped from elite 15% to 51%. Looking at these powerful materials, I get an idea. I need a real guardian weapon too. Since I put up a master in seclusion sign. No matter the wailing outside. I stay unfazed. I pull out a level 30 epic blade blank. Stand before the forge. Deep breath, activate my source talent. Buzz, the forge flame turns chaotic. I look solemn. Drop 3 legendary materials and the blade blank in together. Roar. An ancient dragon cry explodes from inside. It's more than a roar. It's mingled with grief and true feeling. The sound waves visibly sweep out. A burst of red flames shoots skyward. Clouds gather above Yunmeng into a massive vortex. Purple lightning crackles like dragons and snakes. Countless players and NPCs look up in shock. What is Jinping forging? When this thing is born, it will shake the world. Right now, I'm fully focused on controlling the furnace. Sweat beads on my forehead. The 3 legendary materials are insanely powerful. Even the primeval furnace struggles to fuse them. Just then, the backyard door bursts open. Lin Xiaoyao tumbles in. He looks pale. Master Chen, I remembered something. His voice is hoarse and dry. It's an ancient god cult plot. They buried earth vein flesh at spirit vein nodes. They want to sacrifice the whole Yunmeng swamp. The main node is in the Blackstone mine. Before he finishes talking, Wang Wu, covered in dust, rolls in, rushing into the forge. He falls to his knees, crying loudly. Boss, Blackstone mine was taken by a bunch of black-robed lunatics. They said if anyone goes near in 3 days, they'll kill without mercy. I saw little bugs crawling all over their arms. Ancient god cult's bloody mine. All the clues connect in my head. It's not just about my profit. It's about the city's survival. When the nest falls, none of the eggs survive. I can't sit back anymore. I have to fight back. A fierce look flashes in my eyes. I ignore the blazing metal melting flames with my right hand, reaching straight into the furnace core. The next second, I slowly pull out a long, dark blade. The blade is sturdy and ancient. Only a single blood groove along the spine. Flows dark red like true dragon's blood. The dragon rock glows, fading in and out. Like a massive beast breathing. System tip, congrats, you've forged the legendary weapon, Dragon Slayer. The Dragon Forge gate creaks open. The crowd outside instantly goes silent. Players expected blinding golden light. But instead, they see me walking out with a non-glowing black blade. It looks like a bottomless black hole, hungrily sucking up all nearby light. I scan the crowd. My voice carries heavy pressure. Ancient god cult has taken over Black Market Mine. If their evil ritual contaminates the spirit veins, Yunmeng County will be dead in 3 days. Everyone will die, including me. The crowd stays cold. Players care more about loot, not NPC life or death. All depends on the boss. I'm with you. Flying Pig is first to jump out and shout. Then Pantheon President Qian Tongshan follows suit. Mr. Jinping. Pantheon won't back down. Dragon Pavilion, seeking to clear its shame from the dragon shard, also steps up. They join right after. With both guilds moving, the mood ignites instantly. Seeing the time is right, I launch the mission. A golden NPC authority scroll unfolds in midair. Epic mission. Ancient God Cult Intelligence Reward, exclusive title. Friendship Boost Priority, legendary materials. Seeing the rewards, players' eyes turn red. Who dares block me from maxing friendship with Jinping? I'll fight anyone. The plaza erupts instantly. County Chief Zhang Dicai rushes up, handing me the banner of judgment. Special Envoy Chen, I'm counting on you. I take the flag. Blade points straight to the mine. Follow me to battle. Even just for you guys, and your soon-to-be filled backpacks. Thousands of players surge toward the city gates like a flood. I lower my gaze a bit. I spot the blood groove on my dragon slayer. Strangely pulsing. Like an ancient beast waking up to the scent of blood. It's coming alive. Thousands of players form a steel tidal wave. Rushing out from Yunmeng County. Horses thunder. Armor clashes. Players shout excitedly, kicking up a storm of dust. And at the very front of this frenzy is my lone figure. Riding a black horse. Looking calm. Fingers gently wipe the long, dark blade tucked in my arms. The army reaches the forest by Black Market Mine. Speed suddenly slows down. Several black-robed ancient god cultists step out of the shadows. Worms squirming on their arms are nightmarish. Use skills to interrupt. But their strange chant finishes anyway. Nearby beasts' eyes turn red, forming an ominous war formation. But against players called the Fourth Disaster, fear doesn't exist. Thousands of skill flashes light up at once. Cultists and beasts are vaporized instantly. Ha ha ha. Stunned Baby led the charge to glory. Players start underestimating the mission. But as they go deeper, the woods fill with Smilefield stench. Beasts sprout twisted bone spikes and pus bumps all over. They fight fearlessly. System tip, you've entered vein pollution zone. All stats down 5%. Crisis quietly builds. An ancient god cult elite squad blocks the path. The Soul Eater's HP drops. Coloning swings his bone scythe with a grin. A dark green ripple spreads out. The lead players are instantly killed. Relying on Flying Pig. What damage do I have? The crowd gets chaotic. Level suppression. Makes the player number advantage look pointless. Just as morale is about to break, I dismount, carrying Dragon Slayer as I walk towards Callow. My pace is not fast, but every step lands in time with the battle drums. Explosions and roars before me. Open a comm path. Callow roars and swings his scythe again. I just do a normal horizontal slash. No fancy effects. But in that instant, Dragon Slayer's blood groove bursts like lava. A primordial dragon roar blasts through everyone's soul. Callow's worm shield vanishes. His image freezes. His body splits in two. No blood flows from the wound. It burns to black ash like paper. I feel Dragon Slayer consuming something. A shard of Callow's memory. The battlefield falls eerily silent. Players are dumbfounded. Strength doesn't matter anymore. This is dimensional devastation. Stream chats go quiet for 10 seconds. Then explode. All gone. I'm lost in Dragon Slayer's feedback memories. A clear map pointing to the mine's depths appears. The scene is a throbbing bloody altar. Cultists want to corrupt the spirit veins, sacrificing the whole land. The army reaches the mine entrance. A membrane of writhing flesh blocks the way. A dragon-like roar suddenly echoes from deep inside. It's full of rage and madness. Dragon Slayer in my hands shakes violently. It's hungry, it senses others like itself. I can't help but smile. With a creepy, chilling grin. So that's it. I mutter to myself. No wonder it's called Dragon Slayer. This blade's core material is an ancient dragon soul. It's not just a weapon. It's a ravenous evil god. I swing my blade with a blank face. The flesh membrane silently tears open. The gap widens. Inside the mine, ghostly faces glow in the eerie green stones. Sinister whispers start echoing in everyone's mind, amplifying greed and jealousy. Players start arguing. Dragon vein pollution is corrupting their hearts. I walk at the front, ignoring the commotion behind me. The memories stolen from Carlo are guiding me to the ultimate truth. Worry flashes in his eyes now and then. The minds occasionally overlap. The memory of disciples nailed by bloody spikes. As the army rounds the bend, the view opens up. A massive 100-meter deep pit appears ahead. Countless sticky evil blood pours down like rain, forming a blood-red waterfall, soaking the pulsing altar in the center of the pit. At the altar's top, Suyu stands there in white with silver hair cascading down, radiating an eerie, noble aura. He chuckles softly. Uninvited pests. I'll use your blood as an extra sacrifice for my lord's arrival. He waves his hand. The blood pool boils. Countless blood beasts roar and charge at the players. Before blood element mages focus fire, Tongshan yells for warriors to hold the line and healers. Watch the blood. Amid chaos, Suyu and I lock eyes, standing in a moment of calm at the center of battle. I slowly approach. Suyu's playful voice rings straight in my mind. Not running away. You're coming closer, ignoring the danger. I grip the restless dragon slayer. Brush off my shoulder. If I don't come closer, how can I drag your pretty face across the ground, huh? You're looking for trouble, rage bursts instantly. From Carlo's memories. I already know this ancient god is the nun named Suyu. She raises her hand. Parasites explode like smoke. The blood pool beneath turns into dozens of blood arrows that shoot at me. I don't even draw my blade. Just fire shots steadily. Bang. A few precise shots. Each pellet hits the tip of her sword. Blood mist explodes. But the aftermath is deadly for players. Blood mist merges into the blood beasts, making them keep regenerating. The grenades easily annihilate players. Now this is a real boss. Qian Tongshan. Watching me fight evenly under the demon's attack. They seem satisfied, despite not knowing what's going on. So you can't break through for a long time. Cruelty flashes in her eyes. Blood path killer move. The altar's blood surges upward, forming a ferocious, beating hardcore. Then tons of blood soldiers burst out from holes, blocking all my escape routes. I finally put away my gun. Dragon Slayer draws out. I dart and weave through waves of blood. My blade strikes precisely. But the blood soldiers keep coming. I step back, slowing. Backing up one step at a time. Boss, I'm coming to help. The support behind me. Flying Pig charges up, pumped with adrenaline. Roars and charges in. Suyu doesn't even look at him. She casually points a finger. A blood spear pierces his chest. Support Flying Pig. Vanished in a flash of white light. I stopped retreating. No anger left. Just a deep, bone-worn exhaustion. Suyu's attack paused. He can't figure out why I'm still playing tricks at death's door. I suddenly raised my hand. Tapped a few times on the virtual panel. Buzz, the world seemed to hit pause. All blood beasts and parasites froze 3 feet away from me. Huge amounts of experience poured in like a galaxy, rushing wildly into me. My level shot up like a rocket. Jumped from level 29 to 37 in a flash. The next second, I vanished. Suyu's pupils shrank to pinpoints. He saw a black streak pierce through his entire blood army. The blood beasts didn't shatter. They just melted away. I appeared before him like a ghost. Your attacks are as laughable as you are. I raised the Dragon Slayer high. Its health bar glowed with greedy light. It began wildly absorbing Suyu and Motherbone's power from afar. He's now a lamb waiting for slaughter. The last bit of expression on his face twisted into frenzy. Find me funny? I'll give you something big. I'll use the despair of this whole city to pave his way. He spread his arms wide. Poured life into the grains. Used my divine servant's blood as fuel. Reversed the dragon vein. Turned this place into divine soil. Boom, blackness. Red bloodlight rushed into the altar. The whole cavern shook violently. He destroyed the dragon vein. He wants all living things to turn into twisted monsters as his burial party. Yunmeng County respawn point, relying on Flying Pig, just appeared, totally confused. Was stunned by the hellish scene before him. A tame horned beast now had red eyes. Smashed through a house. On Yunmeng County's streets, the peaceful town turned into a living hell. Guards raised ear tassels. Rushed, leaning against the flaming net. Fighting the beast horde at all costs. Boss is still hiding in the cave. Flying Pig realized it was Suyu's trick. And screamed like crazy on the channel. Shueha, hurry and tell the boss. Home got robbed. All wild beasts in town have gone mad. In the mine, Shueha watched the two at the center of a showdown. Shouted as loud as he could, Mr. Chenping. Yunmeng County is under monster siege. I didn't look away. Just stared coldly at Suyu, who seemed insane. The dragon slayer on my back buzzed sharply, as if urging me to dig in. I slowly raised my blade, and gave a plain, simple horizontal slash. A soft sound. Between Suyu, Mother Blood, and the altar, the invisible energy link was cut off at the root. Ah, Suyu's breath blowed everywhere. His aura quickly faded. I casually waved, scooped up his limp body, and tossed him behind me. Players, he's yours to finish. Now, give me backup. Before my words finished in Yunmeng County, I became a shadow, rushed toward the cave exit. The defensive line in Yunmeng County was almost broken. Not just wild beasts. Even some guards with weak minds turned into flesh monsters, corrupted by evil energy. Backyard of the medicine hall. Bai Ling's eyes turned red. Blood patterns appeared on her face. She bit Lin Xiaoyao's neck hard. Lin Xiaoyao felt intense pain, but only gently stroked her hair. He didn't want her dare to fight his loved one. Just as he was losing consciousness, the old man from Renxin Hall showed up like a ghost, knocked out Bai Ling, grabbed them both and climbed the city wall. Outside the wall was a raging beast flood. On the wall was dead silence and despair. Hope was gone. Just as endless darkness was about to swallow everything, all cries and wind in the world suddenly ceased. Everyone on the wall looked up and saw a pitch-black crack in the sky. That wasn't the breaking of a formation. It was a blade. An ancient, solid, dark blade as heavy as eternal night. I stepped through blood and corpses, climbed the ruined city tower, step by step. Each step seemed to steal everyone's heartbeat. I picked up the Dragon Slayer and stood atop the city wall, looking down with my hands behind my back. I'm Chen Ping, standing here to crush all outside enemies. My voice thundered like lightning from the skies, instantly fired up the player's inner heroes. Damn, what a line. Emperor Ye's spirit possessed him. Quick, screenshot. 9 Heaven's #1 king is on the throne. Words became law. The blood birds circling above shattered out of nowhere. The beasts on the ground, scared to their bones, all dropped prone in unison. Suyu's reverse dragon vein turned out pollution power, and it became my most flashy entrance ever. I lowered my gaze, stared at the long blade. Nothing else seemed to match the 3 feet of iron in my hand. The polluted dragon vein got furious. A pitch-black dragon shadow roared in the clouds. Fight, for Yunmeng County. Magistrate Zhang Dicai led the scream. The players fired up the fire web again. The flame of hope rekindled. It even awakened. A faint spark of divinity deep in the dragon vein. A tired but majestic voice echoed in my mind. I've been tainted too deeply. Kill me, devour me, and use my remains to cut off the puppet master. That's a god's final request. The dragon slayer quaked fiercely, showing extreme hunger. I spoke softly, both answering the god and promising the blade. As you wish. Thank you for that voice. It faded, released. The black dragon shadow in the sky roared with joy, drained all evil energy from the beasts outside the city in a flash. The sky over Yunmeng County was stained black. A fake god born from pure malice was about to descend. Blackness covered the sky. The dragon shadow was so huge it couldn't be measured. Every breath stirred a foul hurricane, ripping flags atop the wall. In front of this polluted god, mortals are utterly tiny. It's over. Magistrate Zhang Dicai's long sword fell before absolute power. Courage became a joke. Players fell into total despair. This isn't a battle. It's one-sided slaughter. I stood atop the wall, alone and upright. Slowly raised Dragon Slayer, dark as eternal night. The evil god noticed this tiny ant, me. Its roar struck straight to my soul. Then it opened its huge mouth, spewed a black, earth-shattering flood. It could melt everything with corrosive earth power. My eyes stayed calm. I didn't even look at the incoming flood, just kept staring at my blade. I could feel the ancient dragon soul inside the sword. Burned hotter than ever. Alright, as you wish. Buzz, Dragon Slayer vibrated furiously along the blade. The health bar erupted with blinding red light. The ancient wolf fully awakened. I gripped the blade with both hands. Slashed that ordinary strike at the black flood. No brig blade. But it tore the world apart. A pitch-black crack rushed upward. That dirty black flood disappeared like snow in boiling water, devoured in an instant by the crack. And the crack didn't slow down, slicing precisely into the deity's neck. A faint cracking sound follows. The deity's massive body freezes, fear appearing in its eyes for the first time. Next second, Dragon Slasher flies out, turning into a phantom blade soul. The spectral dragon leaps out with a roar, biting deep into the deity's wound. The deity shrieks in agony, and its pure, filthy energy is ruthlessly absorbed by Dragon Slasher. This isn't a battle. It's a higher-tier artifact. Devouring a cheap counterfeit. After several breaths, the evil deity vanishes. Sunlight finally pierces the clouds, and Dragon Slasher hums with satisfaction, flying back into my hand. The blade now bears ancient gold dragon scales, radiating eternal power. System, legendary weapon, Dragon Slasher. First seal released. Special effect, soul-severing strike. Dragon's might. Mental suppression. Simultaneously, a surge of divine power flows from the blade, washing through my entire body. Every cell evolves under this force. System, life tier evolution complete. NPC template promoted to epic. System, exclusive domain permission granted. I open my eyes, stars seemingly swirling in my pupils. Within 3 feet of me, the wind stops and all is still. My domain is silently established. I look down at the awestruck crowd, my voice soft, yet heard throughout the city. The disaster is over. The living must move on. Rise. I command you to live. And rebuild your home. Under the sunlight, cheers erupt like a volcano. The boss is freaking incredible. The players go wild. To me, they've evolved from tools into fanatic believers. I walk down from the tower. To Magistrate Zhang Ducai. His old face trembles as he tries to kneel. Master Chen, please accept my bow. Magistrate Zhang. There is no need for that. I lift my hand, and an invisible force steadies him. I survey this devastated land, seeing the collapsed walls and blood-stained streets. I frown slightly. This is my harvest field. It must be rebuilt grander than before. A perfect plan forms in my mind. Magistrate Zhang, we must comfort the people. And rebuild our home immediately. You don't understand, envoy. Zhang Ducai says with a worried face. The treasury is empty. And we're short on manpower. Manpower is not a problem. A smirk play on my lips. As I look toward the city walls. At the players watching me with fanaticism. I turn to the thousands of eager players. With a single thought. I activate my epic NPC exclusive permission. Instantly, a glorious golden scroll unfurls across the sky of Yunmeng County. Radiant light fills the air. Words written with the laws of heaven and earth. Epic world event, home reconstruction. Led by Yunmeng's guardian, Chen Ping. The heroes have repelled the evil deity. Now, let us heal the wounds together. Reconstruction mode. Contribution system. Repair facilities and clear the field for rewards. No need to panic, I say calmly. We'll handle whatever comes. I've saved the dragon vein and stopped the cult. There's nothing to fear. Magistrate Zhang, just prepare the reception. As for the report, I know what to do. I turn to the players hauling bricks. And smile. Since the Imperial Envoy is coming, let's give him a little outsider shock. I issue a new timed subquest. Welcome the Holy Envoy. Reward, 500 contribution points. Limited buff, Dragon Star favor. Efficiency increased by 10%. Hurry. Stop the construction. Line up at the city gate. In the blink of an eye, thousands of elite players don their best gear, forming the most luxurious and bizarre guard of honor in history. Front row, golden shield guards. Middle row, musketeers. Back row, mages firing colored lights like fireworks. Envoy Li Xinyan's procession appears. The guards are stunned by this imposing army. The curtain of the sedan rises, revealing a high-ranking official. Old Li Xinyan, with hair as white as snow, steps out of the sedan. His gaze locks onto me instantly. What a remarkable young man. I stand there like a silent moon, unfathomable and sharp. He feels a sudden weight, like facing a primordial beast. Are you Chen Ping? Li Xinyan Juarseli. His voice full of authority. Commoner Chen Ping. Greetings, Imperial Envoy. I respond with composed dignity. Then, from behind Li Xinyan, two cultivators with ethereal auras emerge. The middle-aged Taoist frowns, while the woman in white snorts, her eyes filled with disdain. Senior, the resentment here is heavy. A mere mortal martial artist, who luckily slew a demon, cannot grasp the art of fixing a dragon vein. She looks at me, her tone incredibly arrogant. The dragon vein matter will be handled by our immortal sect. Mortal, step aside. The atmosphere freezes instantly. The players explode with anger. Damn, who is this NPC? So arrogant. How dare she talk to our boss like that? Is she blind? Didn't she see him split the sky? The cunning Li Xinyan remains silent, letting the cultivators test my limits. The pressure is all on me. Lin Xiaoyao's fists turn purple from clenching. To him, I am the god who saved the city. He won't let anyone insult his idol. As he prepares to step forward, I reach out to stop him. My face remains calm, not a hint of anger. I just look at the woman in white. Are you finished, fairy? She narrows her eyes. What, she says coldly. Do you have a problem? I shake my head. I just think you're right. As soon as I say this, everyone is stunned. The players are dumbfounded. This doesn't fit. The boss's usual, crushing arrogant fool style. Since you say the sect should handle it, then very well. I point to the forest emitting black smoke. My tone is flat. The evil energy there isn't cleared yet. Thousands of beasts still threaten the city. With your supreme immortal skills, you can surely wipe them out instantly. I won't trouble you with the dirty work of guarding. After you. I make a gesture. The meaning is clear. If you're so good, go ahead. Don't just talk, do it. The woman in white is speechless. Her pretty face flushed. Cleared tens of thousands of crazed beasts. Are you kidding me? Those monsters still carry corrupted dragon energy. They're tough. Even if he and his senior set up a formation and fought hard, it would take days. He just waved his sleeve and wiped them out. If he could really do that, he'd be immortal by now. The middle-aged Taoist saw this and tried to smooth things over. Heh, Envoy Chen, you're joking. I'm Qingfeng, and this is my junior, Envoy Mingyue. She protected an entire city on her own. She's really a pillar of great qi. As for the damp issue, we'll help for sure. We're just new here, so we'll need your support too, Envoy. Qingfeng was clearly much calmer. He took the job, but kicked the ball back. You want me to cooperate? I'm sneering inside, but I nod without changing my expression. That's fine, but I do have a small problem. Maybe you two immortals can help. I got a broken rifle from a player. The barrel was hit by a monster's corrosive venom. It's pretty much ruined. The material is good, but it's tainted by evil beast energy. Do you two have any way to fix it? Or make regular iron indestructible, so it's immune to corruption? A cunning look flashes in my eyes. This is a test, to see how strong the sect really is, and maybe get some free immortal tech. Qingfeng and Mingyue both stared, stunned at the ruined stick. Fixing ordinary iron like this? Mingyue frowned, eyebrows tight. She looked even more disgusted. To her, asking a noble craftsman to fix ordinary iron was a huge insult. Chenping, don't push it. Our skills are for fighting evil, not fixing your broken junk. Junior, that's enough. Qingfeng stopped her. He picked up the rifle barrel, checking the detailed build, channeling a bit of magic power, and his face changed instantly. His spell entered the barrel, but the leftover corrupted energy shredded it immediately. That evil power is nasty. Qingfeng was shocked inside. Clearing that energy is hard enough, and fixing it without hurting the metal is as hard as carving tofu. I speak up at just the right moment. Qingfeng paused to think, then pulled out a bright green jade. This is Emerald Spirit Jade, best at clearing death energy. Grind it into powder, use a life-restoring spell, and you can purify the corruption. But as for fixing the damaged iron barrel, I'm afraid I can't. Cultivator repairs use divine herbs and special materials, so they're not great at normal fixes like this. The players booed in disappointment. Mingyue gritted her teeth in anger, but couldn't fight back. My eyes lit up. That's exactly what I wanted. The core technique is in my hands now. I just need the materials and purification support. No problem. I take the spirit jade. Since it can purify, I'll handle the rest myself. I'll take care of the repairs. Everyone stared, confused. I went back to the furnace, through the jade and the ruined gun, straight into the flames. He's nuts. That's Emerald Spirit Jade. Mingyue cried out in shock. But my furnace isn't just any regular fire. I fired it up, and a chaotic color swallowed the flames. The gun melted to red-hot metal, but the jade stayed intact, even glowing green, wrapping up all the evil energy. A sizzle, black smoke rushed in. I swung my hammer down hard. Clang, clang, clang. Every strike purified it. Under the astonished gaze of Qingfeng and Mingyue, the molten metal reshaped quickly. It took only about the time of burning an incense stick. The gun's surface glowed with green patterns. A weapon full of vitality was formed. System alert, you got tenacious fragments. Excellent tenacity, plus 200%. Damage from evil creatures, plus 20%. The whole place fell silent. Qingfeng's jaw dropped wide enough for an egg. Mingyue was covering her mouth tightly. Their eyes were full of shock. This isn't scientific. But it's so Chenping. A player spoke up what everyone was thinking. I tossed the new gun to that player. Here you go, what kind of forging is this? Qingfeng rushed to me in big steps. His eyes were burning with excitement. This rough but perfect fusion method was unheard of to him. Mingyue followed behind. Her voice trembled. All the arrogance turned into deep respect, and a hint of unseen fear. Is this guy really mortal? Don't make things look so shabby next time. Yeah, thanks boss. Boss, you're awesome. The player held the gun like a precious treasure. He posted screenshots on the forum right away. Chenping, you're a legend. He fused the Immortal's jade and my crappy gun. Now I'm holding a fairy weapon. The screenshot instantly blew up the whole server. Players think big and act direct. If Chenping can fuse, then we can borrow immortal treasures to power up ourselves. Suddenly, Qingfeng and Mingyue became walking material packs. Players chased them everywhere. Some wanted to learn sword, some wanted mentorship. Some borrowed relics. Despite their magic protection, the two still got overwhelmed. I watched the chaos. My goal was met. I showed what's possible. I am the only bridge between immortals and mortals. This role is even more valuable than being a god general. Inspector Lee Sinian saw everything. He dismissed his guards. Came over to me. He now called me just by name. Chenping, I've seen your ability. What do you want? What I want? You can't give. I shook my head. Looked at the huge construction site. I just want Yunmeng County to get better. Let mortals have the power to fight evil. Let immortals step down from their pedestal. My righteous words hit Lee Sinian as shockwaves. You want to unite all power and call it your own? His eyes flashed with shock. Then laughed boldly. Fine. About the dragon vein. I will report on your behalf. For rebuilding Yunmeng and helping immortals. I'm handing it all over to you. I just have one request. Keep things steady until the backup arrives. If anything happens, I'll cover you in the capital. I bet right. With this official decree, my next moves are totally legit now. I turned around, looking at the two exhausted cultivators. My tone was now firm and commanding. Qingfeng Daoist, Mingyue Ferry. I'm setting up a super array around Yunmeng County, covering the whole Yunmeng Lake. A level defense and attack early warning system. What? They both exclaimed. If a mortal sect did it, it'd take 10 years or more. I know it's hard. So you design, mark nodes, and calculate materials. As for labor and basics, I looked at thousands of eager players. I've got plenty. I focused. Updated the task panel, mortal versus immortal. Players now choose immortal or mortal camp. Immortals provide plans and nodes. Mortals provide tons of materials. All gets shaped by Chenping. To prove who's the main character of this era. With camp set, players went wild. 99% instantly joined the mortal side. The Work for All era officially began. For the next half-month, Yunmeng County saw a construction miracle. Players became precision machines, working day and night, to chop and mine, showing unbelievable fourth calamity efficiency. Qingfeng and Mingyue became total workers. They tried acting immortal and making it hard, but players roasted them on the forum till they doubted life. In the end, they caved. Broke down complex arrays into picking rocks, and mud fishing side quests. When players handed the core spiritual materials from Immortal Sect, I activated the original furnace. After transformation, materials kept spirit, and fit mortals to build with. On this day, Qingfeng brought the last main array blueprint, and came to me. Special Envoy Chen, this place needs earthfire essence. It's a spirit material from underground magma. No one can get it soon. I took the blueprint, grabbed an iron ore, plus a wicked bone left from killing cultists, and tossed them into the furnace. Fed the furnace, activated chaos. In the flames, good and evil, hard and soft forces squeezed together. Qingfeng watched, totally entranced. Like he grabbed the secret of creation. Half an hour later, I finished. A strange metal, burning hot and chilling cold, appeared before us. Got, earthfire essence. Mortal grade, you made a substitute with iron and evil materials. Qingfeng's voice trembled. It was just a casual try. Is it usable? Can this be mass-produced? It's basically a miracle. Qingfeng's eyes were blazing. He suddenly bowed deeply to me. Daoist Chen. I'd trade our evergreen technique. If I could watch your forging often. I sneered inside. This is what I was waiting for. But I pretended to hesitate. Took the old book. System alert, learned evergreen technique fragment. Detected dragon vein source and body. Technique mutated. Unlocked exclusive skill. All things returning technique, absorbs and fuses everything. A massive energy info rush flooded my mind. From today, I'm not just a blacksmith. I've entered the Tao. Thanks to the technique. All things return. I truly started my legend as mixed martial cultivator. By day, I'm the mysterious blacksmith. Building cities with players. Training those immortal sect helpers. At night, I sit in meditation, guiding spiritual energy through my body. As my strength soared, my furnace skills became more magical. Started using immortal arrays for weapon enhancement. Carving speed arrays and enchanting bullets. The first batch of modded gear hit the market. Players went nuts. Damn, my knife spits fire now. All thanks to the boss, cultivation punk's the way to get rich. That feeling of playing the fourth calamity like it's nothing. It's honestly great. A month later, that massive steel fortress covering miles was done. Just the skeleton. But enough to scare off any troublemakers. But I know. I can't stay stuck in the starter village forever. God of Stock cult scheme, the mysterious God of Stock. And clues about getting back to Blue Star are all deeper in the southern border. I went straight to County Magistrate Zhang Detsai. Zhang Detsai left Yunmeng after the quake. But I'm still uneasy. The main cult base is rumored to be deep in the mountains. I'm planning to go to Kangwu Pass myself. To wipe out threats for good. Zhang Detsai was shocked. His face went pale. Sir, please don't. Hanjiang is full of toxic fog. It could kill you anytime. It's a wild, deadly place. That's exactly why. I need to go. I spoke firmly. I need the county's official papers. And a tiger tally to mobilize the relay stations. Seeing I couldn't be convinced, Zhang Detsai gritted his teeth and signed the travel pass for me. He offered up the highest-ranking military seal. Sir Chen, please stay safe. Yunmeng is always waiting for your return. I took the token. Turned back with a sly smile. After I leave, don't let those outsiders slack off. Hand out more tasks. Keep them busy and useful. Zhang Detsai was stunned. Then gave me a knowing smile. Understood. The news about heading south was released through the quest system. Players were hyped again. New map, new chain quests. Going on an expedition with the boss. Next morning, I carried Dragon Slayer. Rode a black horse. With hundreds of elite soldiers following me. As Wang Wu and others looked on, unwilling to part, I flicked the reins and took off. Heading for Kangwu Pass. Leaving Yunmeng Marsh. Outside the checkpoint is a dangerous jungle. There's a -10% all stats poison debuff. Makes players complain nonstop. Dark green webs hide everything. Poison spiders everywhere. But I didn't even draw my blade. Whenever monsters got close, Dragon Slayer gave off a deep hum. Invisible dragon power burst out. Beasts froze instantly. Some stood, others ran. Learned from the boss. That's true King's aura. Players were drooling. I wandered with them on the southern border's edge. But actually I was training. Wanhua Gue Yuan technique. Treating fatal poison as resources. Crazy stripping and purifying. Just 10 days. I gained resistance to poison. On day 10, a massive, grim iron coffin blocked the horizon. That's Kangwu Pass. But smoke was rolling on the walls. Fighting echoed everywhere. Flags and troops everywhere. Locked in a fierce battle with southern border bug tamers. A tide of bugs was crashing into the gate. Damn, it's a siege event. Players are as excited as wolves seeing meat. I frowned a bit. Saw the battle shift suddenly. A golden-armored general was surrounded by black-robed zombie soldiers. Weird dark bugs pierced his protective aura, sucking the general dry. The wall's defense was on the brink. I let out a quiet, cold sound. I was just about to enter, but needed a dramatic entrance. This is the perfect stage. Next second, I jumped off my horse. Tossed the reins to a flying pig. Watch my horse. I spoke calmly. Didn't even draw Dragon Slayer from my back. Just raised my palm. The Shining Thunder fragment gun. Chongjia Wine. Made with the talent magic of Minghua Qingfeng. My peak remake. I casually lifted the barrel. Aimed behind the golden-armored general hundreds of meters away. Players held their breath. Waiting for the boss to strike. Bang, not loud at all. The bullet wrapped in golden electricity flew out. What's strange is, bugs hit by the lightning arc turned to smoke instantly. It's not just physical destruction, but divine thunder purifying corruption. The black-robed zombies barely reacted. Bullet pierced their foreheads. Their bodies burned away. Turned to ash with no sound. Just one shot, only one. The zombies were wiped out instantly. The battlefield seemed frozen. Soldiers on the wall were dumbfounded. The rescued general stared at his arms, color returning. The poison curse inside him was gone. Damn, +9 god weapon insta-kill. Players cheered like crazy. Recording everything. I blew away imaginary gunpowder smoke. Put the gun away. That badass move made players like me even more. On the city wall, General Li Xian snapped out of it. Came down in person to welcome me. Li Xian thanked the disciple of the immortal sect for saving him. Li Xian's tiger eyes trembled. I'm Chen Ping. I calmly replied. Just a blacksmith. Everything froze. Officers glanced at each other. You're calling this a blacksmith's attack? With a flying pig in tow. Quickly pulled out paperwork to ease the moment. Boss is hilarious. We are special inspectors from Yunmeng County. Here to investigate the evil cult. With imperial signature. Li Xian became even more respectful. Let us inside. Inside the walls, blood was everywhere. Wounded soldiers all over. Li Xian saw the zombies charging in. Suspected a tight organization backing them. The Qingzhou Sword Sect's master was seriously injured. Barely hanging on. Qingzhou Sword Sect. That's Minghua Qingfeng's school, right? At that moment, in a quiet courtyard, sect leader Qingxian suddenly opened his eyes. His face pale as gold paper. Sensing an overpowering pure yang lightning outside. Shocked inside. What kind of master arrived at my Kangwu Pass? I entered the general's mansion. Anxious blue-robed Taoists everywhere. All around. Li Xian was about to introduce but my gaze had already passed through the yard to the chamber covered in green light. I could feel the true core energy flickering out like a dying candle. Qingzhou Sword Sect. The master is inside. Li Xian spoke sadly. The master is cursed by the blood transformation bug. He won't last much longer. Let me take a look, I said firmly. Elder Wang blocked the way, eyes full of disdain. Ridiculous. The master is healing. How can a commoner just barge in? Players immediately exploded in the back, retorting like poison. So what if we're commoners? When the boss sniped your healer dad, why didn't you speak up then? Ridiculous. You're just a bunch of weaklings who can't fight monsters. Still acting tough. Elder Wang's face turned red with anger. I calmly said, shut up. The noisy players instantly went silent. I looked at Li Xian. I asked straight, generally. I just have one question. Do you want him to live? I pointed to the forbidden chamber covered in blue light. Li Xian's soul trembled. He stared into my deep eyes. He remembered the purifying lightning outside the city. Taking a gamble, Li Xian gritted his teeth. He made his decision. Once decided, I didn't waste words. I walked towards the forbidden chamber. Stop! Elder Wang shouted sharply. He blocked my way. You dare force your way in? Then don't blame me for being rude. But before his hand touched my sleeve, a terrifying aura that shook his soul suddenly descended. Dragon Slayer unleashed. The innate dragon aura. Under absolute suppression, Elder Wang's legs buckled. His magic froze. With a thud, he fell to his knees uncontrollably. The room fell silent. Disciples of the Qingzhou Sword Sect stared at the kneeling elder in shock, then looked at the dark-clothed figure walking away without looking back. Their worldview was shattered. I walked to the door of the forbidden chamber. The Qinglu silence lock formation seemed to vanish. I gently pushed. Creak, the door opened. Thick spiritual energy mixed with decay rushed out. It hit me in the face. On the floating platform, Qingshan Master's face was pale. On his chest was a fist-sized black wound. Countless tiny black bugs were devouring his life force. For elders around him kept pouring in magic power, barely keeping him alive. But that's just a temporary fix. You can stop now, I said calmly. The 4 elders glared at me suddenly. Who are you? Get out. I shook my head. If you keep going, he won't die from the poison, but he'll be suffocated by your power first. Ignoring their murderous stares, I held up 2 fingers. Under everyone's shocked gaze, I directly touched Qingshan Master's chest where the black parasite was. Are you asking for death? An elder roared, trying to stop me. But in the next second, he froze. Everyone watched as, the moment my fingers touched the parasite, a terrifying suction erupted. Even magic that could erode immortals met its nemesis. It let out a silent, piercing scream. Tried desperately to escape, but failed. In a split second, all parasites and curses were completely absorbed by me. System prompt, unique skill, all-in-one technique. Devoured the blood god parasite. Poison resistance +5, cultivation increased. System prompt, legendary weapon, Dragon Slayer. Devoured remaining soul power. Energy restored, double absorption, virtual cache. I happily withdrew my hand. Saw the wound stop worsening. Said calmly, the poison's gone. Give him some energy pills. Rest for 10 days or half a month, he'll survive. Try a healing song. I turned to leave. The master turned around. In an instant, a dried hand grabbed my sleeve tightly. Qingshan Master opened his cloudy eyes. The death aura was gone. He was full of shock and joy. Please wait. May I ask your name, honored one? Which top sect are you from? I stopped but didn't turn back. Spoke a few simple words. I'm Chen Ping. I'm a blacksmith. Inside the chamber, my words exploded like thunder. Qingshan and the 4 elders were dumbfounded. A blacksmith snaps his fingers and commands immortals. Tames poison and dominates power. Elder, is this what you call a blacksmith? You're joking, master. Qingshan Master forced himself to bow. You must be a sage. A hidden talent among us mortals. Why use this identity to tease us defeated ones? I turned around to face them. I never joke. I am just a blacksmith, who occasionally saves some lives, guards cities, and kills a god or 2. Those 3 casual words hit them like a thunderclap. Recalling the thunder and dragon's power, a wild thought emerged. He's telling the truth. Outside the forbidden room, Li Xian and the kneeling Elder Wang were shaken. Elder Wang now believed every word. A man who makes me kneel with one look. I'll believe anything he says. Haha. Envoy Chen, Li Xian broke the silence. Sect leader Qingshan. He won't die. I waved my hand, releasing the dragon's pressure on Elder Wang. I don't save people just to be a saint. Sect leader Qing Xian. I saved your life. Qing Xian nodded solemnly. I owe you a great debt. From this day on, whatever you command, the Green Bamboo sect will obey. This wasn't just gratitude. It was an investment. Good. I held up one finger. My request is simple. I want to join you. The entire sect was shocked. A Godslayer power. Joining their dying, third-rate sect? Shouldn't they be the ones begging him? I had my own plans, of course. First, a legal identity for cultivation. Second, to get system techniques. Third, to turn this sect into my personal harvest ground. All resources and disciples will be mine. What? You're not welcoming me? I gave him a look he couldn't comprehend. Welcome. Of course you're welcome. Qing Xian almost jumped with joy. A gift from the heavens. Who wouldn't take it? He shouted to the disciples. Go clean the main hall. Welcome Senior Chen with our highest honors. No need for all that. I waved him off. Rules are rules. What is your entry trial? Show it to me. I needed a chance to flex before everyone. I wanted to show them exactly who I am. I, Chen Ping, didn't come for shelter. I came to rule. Qing Xian had no choice but to bring out the 3 trial objects. The 5-ton gravity stone for physique, the 9-story heart tower for willpower, and the spirit crystal to measure elemental attributes. These were the sect's centuries-old entry trials. Though simple, they could filter out the worthy. I glanced at the 3 items, smiled, and walked to the heavy stone. Under everyone's confused gaze, I didn't try to lift it. Instead, I gently tapped the boulder. Refining furnace, activate. I took the gravity stone and a piece of common iron ore and fused them together. A faint, unnoticed light flashed. I withdrew my hand and looked at Qing Feng. All right, you try its weight now. Qing Feng looked confused. He placed his hand on the stone and pulled slightly. The next second, his calm face turned into a mask of pure terror. How is this possible? He let out a sharp cry. This wasn't a 5-ton stone anymore. It felt like an ancient mountain that no amount of power could move. Pfft. Within a second, he coughed up a mouthful of blood, as if struck by lightning. He stumbled back several steps and collapsed. Dead silence. Everyone was stunned. Qing Feng was their strongest foundation expert, yet a trial stone made him spit blood. Senior Mingyu rushed to help him. Qing Feng didn't even wipe the blood, just stared at me like I was a monster. What did I do? I didn't answer. I walked to the pitch-black stone, pressed 2 fingers together, and made a light stroke. Like cutting through tofu, the stone that no expert could move was easily sliced deep by my fingers. Before their numb eyes, I carved the name Chen Ping with style. Then I added a messy little pig doodle and dusted it off. I turned to the frozen crowd. Does this count as passing? It was more than passing. He had completely broken the trial. Qing Xian trembled with excitement. He struggled to his feet and bowed deeply. Passed. Your power is godlike. Please forgive my previous ignorance. To him, this was the pinnacle of cultivation. Senior, no more trials are needed. You are our sect's grand ancestor. I shook my head. We must follow the rules. I walked to the heart tower and injected my dragon-fused soul power. Buzz! All 9 floors lit up instantly, beaming a light straight into the sky, piercing through the clouds. All 9 floors, perfect. The legendary pure heart. Qing Feng screamed in shock. Second trial passed. I said calmly. Finally, the spirit test. Everyone held their breath, wondering what his talent truly was. I slowly pressed my hand on the crystal. 1 second, 2 seconds. Nothing happened. I frowned. Do I have no spirit root? Suddenly, the crystal let out a shrill crack. Spiderweb cracks spread, and it exploded into fine dust. Once again, everyone's minds went blank. This. Qing Xian pointed, trembling. I looked at my unharmed hand. Your stone's quality is quite poor. I guess I passed the third one too? Thud. Qing Xian's legs gave out. He prostrated himself and kowtowed loudly. Grand Ancestor, please accept my humble greeting. The elders and disciples all knelt, their faces full of fanaticism. Welcome the Grand Ancestor home. Just like that, I became the sect's supreme leader. Not only did I get a legal identity, but I also gained full authority. That same day, Qing Xian offered the core technique. I learned it on the spot. System, Yuan Devourer absorbs technique. Level up. Now at stage 2. New trait, Origin Return. System, Realm increased to Qi Refinement level 1. Dual cultivation path is now open. I summoned the elders and generally. Sitting on the throne, I spoke. From today on, The sect and the army will cooperate. I will forge weapons against the corpses. And I'll issue sect missions. Let my followers contribute to Kangwu Pass. A new quest panel popped up. Faction Quest, the Patriarch's Trial. Join the outer disciples to exchange for basic sword techniques. Redeem the standard longsword personally upgraded by Chen Ping. The moment this job change system interface appeared, players went nuts. Whoa, I can enter the immortal sect and cultivate now. Let's go, bros. For the ancestor. Charge. Every player became a hardworking worker bee. Chopping trees, mining, killing poisonous bugs like crazy. All of Kangwu Pass was livelier than ever. Meanwhile, I just sat comfortably in the sect, watching my reputation, money, and XP soar. Players' chaotic energy from doing tasks matched perfectly with the alchemy furnace. Also working toward Wanhua Gue Yuan and absolute fish-slaying dragon. Double benefits. Double the fun. I leaned back in my grand chair and squinted with satisfaction. Being the head ancestor is pretty sweet. I finally figured out how to play this immortal sect game. Days passed with everyone busy building and cultivating. Under my wise leadership, the whole Qingzhou sword sect got strangely hyped. Disciples stopped just sitting and practicing swordplay, and started following the energetic players, running all over the mountains. They call it Romance of the Mortal World. In return, they can use their contribution to find me, and exchange for giant spirit pills and sharp runes. They can even ask me to upgrade their flying swords. This mix of online gaming and cultivation made the sect's strength skyrocket in half a month. But all this change stirred up some complaints. One day, the grandson of the inner sect elder Zhao Xuanheng stepped onto the training ground, blocking a group of players reporting in. He's usually super arrogant, especially toward me, the human ancestor master. He really can't stand me. Stop right there. Zhao Sun raised his sword. He looked down on the lead player, who had a flying pig mount. Yan Wucheng is a place for immortal disciples to spar, not for you lowlifes to step foot in. The flying pig player frowned. Who are you? We're looking for the ancestor master to turn in the quest. How's it any of your business? The players weren't scared at all. They acted like they were itching for a fight. How dare you? Zhao Sun flicked his wrist. A sharp sword aura rushed at the flying pig's feet. I'll teach you lowlife some manners. The flying pig player, being a seasoned fighter, sidestepped and raised his shield. Someone's making trouble, get him. These players had no concept of sect authority. Warriors charged, mages cast fireballs, rogues stabbed. A smooth set of PvP combos. Zhao Sun was only at mid-level chi cultivation, but he'd never seen such chaotic fighting. He blocked the shield bash and fireball, got stabbed in the side. His health bar dropped a chunk. He screamed and swung his sword in retaliation. You dare gang up on me? Players aren't afraid of death. If we kill this show-off NPC, we'll brag about it online for months. On the training ground, skills and sword energy flew everywhere. Disciples nearby saw Zhao Sun being beaten up, and laughed at his misery. He deserves it for bullying the outer disciples every day thanks to his grandpa. Enough. A powerful shout. The inner sect elder, Zhao Wuji, stormed in with law enforcement disciples, furious. Seeing his grandson beaten black and blue, he was livid. How dare you? His late-stage foundation establishment aura flooded the area. Players suddenly moved slower. Zhao Wuji pointed like a sword. A golden sword aura slashed toward the flying pig player. He was about to kill. Just as the sword aura fell, a cold voice echoed in everyone's ears. Elder Zhao, who gave you the guts to harm my people? The voice sounded like it contained the truth of heaven and earth. That golden sword aura that could shatter stone melted away quietly like snow. Zhao Wuji's pupils shrank. He looked up at the high platform. I was just standing there with my hand raised, calmly watching. Ancestor Master. The disciples all knelt down in unison. Their expressions were intense. Zhao Wuji looked terrible, but forced himself not to kneel. Ancestor Master, all I know is these strangers disrespected elders, and by our rules should be punished. My punishment isn't wrong. I curled my lips, ignoring him, and looked at the resentful Zhao Sun getting up. Tell me, what just happened? Zhao Sun felt chilled, but relied on his grandpa's backing, twisted the truth, said they trespassed on the training ground, and spoke disrespectfully. He wanted to teach them a lesson, so they ganged up on him. I nodded, turning to the flying pig player. Is that true? Ancestor Master, that's nonsense. He started it, cussed us out first. The flying pig player was so angry his face turned green. All right. I raised my hand and pointed in the air. Invisible force instantly restrained the flying pig player. You disrespected your elders, and spoke rudely. You're punished to haul water in the back mountains for a month. The flying pig player was stunned. Zhao Wuji and grandson showed smug smiles. Looks like the ancestor isn't so tough after all. But before they could fully smile, my eyes returned to Zhao Sun. My voice was icy cold. And you, as an inner disciple, used your power to bully others. Twisted the truth. You're a disgrace to Qingzhou sword sect. Zhao Sun's face went deathly pale. He wanted to argue, but couldn't make a sound under my stare. Ancestor master, what do you mean? Zhao Wuji was furious. Shut up. Your name is Sun Wufang. I'll deal with you later. I cut him off coldly, raised my right hand, stripped Zhao Sun of his inner disciple status, sent him to the labor quarters. He will never be taught any skills. And cut off his arm. As a warning to others. Before I finished speaking, I flicked my finger. A surge of Gui Yuan energy shot out. A terrible scream echoed across the training ground. Zhao Sun's right arm was severed at the shoulder. Blood gushed out. The whole place fell silent. No one expected this usually calm ancestor master to be so ruthless when he acted, so decisive with punishment. No mercy at all. Schwer. Zhao Wuji held as he rushed at his grandson. Applied acupressure to stop the bleeding. He looked up, his eyes full of bloodshot lines, staring at me with hatred. Chenping, how dare you do this? I'll fight you to the death. His anger peaked. His late-stage foundation aura exploded without restraint. A golden flying sword shot out. With a loud screech. Slashed right at me. But I just gave a cold glance. Noisy. Without lifting a finger. A terrifying dragon aura crashed down. The level of life. Absolutely overwhelming. Zhao Wuji's attack stopped instantly. His spirit was struck heavily. His legs gave out. He knelt on the spot. His life sword dropped, whining. Its light faded. Crushed by my will alone. Late foundation stage. Looking at everyone so scared. I slowly scanned the training field. Anyone else got a problem with my decision? I owe this to the ancestors' show-off. I give it a perfect score. Savage. Said to break an arm, and actually did it. That's what a real boss looks like. All thanks to the flying pig. Feels great even if I have to carry water as punishment. But the ancestor stepped in personally. I can brag about this for life. All thanks to the flying pig. I'm just super confused. He stared blankly at the figure in black on stage. A warm feeling washed over his heart. Ancestor punished him. But it was to protect him. Breaking Zhao Sun's hand. Was standing up for him. A warrior dies for someone who understands him. He secretly swore. He'll follow Chenping forever. Since nobody objects. My voice rang out again. It's settled then. Enforcement disciples. Take these two away. If anyone resists, kill them on the spot. The enforcement disciples didn't dare to say a word. They dragged the unconscious Zhao Sun and the stunned Zhao Wuji. And left in disgrace. The whole incident finally calmed down. And my prestige in Green Bamboo Sword Sect hit an all-time high. No one dared question my decisions anymore. After handling this minor issue, my days went back to normal. Every day, besides practicing the universal return technique, I just sit in the main hall assigning tasks. Watching players and disciples work hard. A flood of resources poured into the warehouse. During this period, my experience took me smoothly from Qi training level 1 to level 3. Though my cultivation didn't rise fast, my true power kept refining impurities. Way stronger than others at the same stage. One day, Qingshan was all smiles when he came to report. Ancestor, the mountain protection array is fully repaired. More importantly, during the repairs, disciples found an ancient restriction under the mountain. I opened my eyes. Beyond that restriction is a hidden secret realm left by ancient cultivators. Qingshan excitedly said the founder built the sect here because he sensed the secret realm. But for hundreds of years, no one could open it. Today, under your leadership, it's finally revealed. It's all thanks to your great fortune. Can we open it? I really liked hearing that flattery. Yes, the restriction is loose now. Just need 10 foundation stage cultivators to blast it together. But the secret realm only lasts 3 days. And its dangers are unknown. Qingshan looked troubled. He wanted Ancestor to decide which disciples should go. That's his true intention. The secret realm is a chance, but also risky. Assigning slots can cause internal fights. He doesn't want enemies. So he pushed the problem to me. I smiled, been waiting for this opportunity. I've got it handled. I walked outside the hall. Focused my mind. And my powerful voice went out through the task system. Echoing in every player's ear. Epic world event, the ancient secret realm calls. Announcing the ancient realm's appearance. Inside are rare treasures and immortal techniques. And even destiny to become immortal. But it's loaded with dangers. Ancestor Chenping will personally lead the exploration. How to join, sect. Top 1000 in contribution ranking. Automatically get a spot. Rewards depend on what you get. Will absolutely blow your mind. The announcement exploded like a bomb among players. Finally, a big event. I've mined so much, I'm about to throw up. Top 1000 in contributions. I'm still 300 short. Gotta grind bugs all night and tag along with Ancestor. Eat, drink, and have fun. Clear quests now. Players instantly went crazy. They rushed to the main task hall and cleared out every possible quest. The whole Kangwoo Pass became insanely competitive. Qingshan watched this weird but energetic scene. Stunned, he originally wanted to ask if the secret realm's ours. How can so many outsiders be let in? But when he saw my calm, all-knowing look, he swallowed his words. Forget it, Ancestor's level isn't something I can guess. There must be a deeper reason for this. Qingshan managed to convince himself.